Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Be afraid. Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Perfectly fine. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. I was never afraid.
All right. Well, don't be afraid. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Church of Debra live on this lovely May the 20th. Yeah, May the 20th. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Girls are going to be going through some things that were shared in the Discord tonight. Some things that I have found and some things that we were supposed to get to a long time ago. But at the end of the day, don't be afraid. Hello, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Lets everybody know that I am live. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Sherry G. Hello, Impeccable. Hello, Fractured. Get you something good to eat, something good to call to pull up a chair. Dylan, how are you, honey? Lou, how are you? Mr. Lou, how are you? Pricey Pranks, I love your new fireplace. I worry about Santa. Hello, hello, Donnie. Berg, Meddy, Mike, Joe, Express. How are you girls doing? Sunny, Lady Night. Hello, hello, Henny. We have Tommy in the house. Holly's in the house. Sherry G. Joanne, Tommy, Impeccable, Fractured Berg, Mike. Did I say these names before? I feel like I did. Bass Bass, SJC. How y'all doing? Fat in Hollywood. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Joanne Art. So many girls memberships in here. I do have a membership. You don't have to do it, but you do get stickers if you do it. So it's your choice, just choice of stickers, and you get to vote on the movie. Girls, I do want to go ahead and let's knock that out, shall we? So let's see what we're watching tomorrow due to the girls membership vote. Let's see what the final tally was. Not tallywhacker. Don't say that word in the chat. It's not a Christian word, so we don't use that word, okay, girls? Let's go over here to the channel. La da 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 da. Donation. Donation. Oh my God. Girls, out of 15 votes, Saturday night's movie party, watch party, Saturday night movie, May 21st on Prime Video. We are going to be watching The Haunting came in with 33%. Body Snatchers came in with 40%. Prophecy 7 and Terror in the Family 20%. We are going to be watching the 1993 Body Snatchers, available on Amazon Prime. Girls, talk about the votes, honey. Only 15 votes. Only 15 votes. All right, my girls, let's get this party started. Joanne, thank you again for the super chat, honey. All right, my girls. Hello, Creepin'. How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Daniel Henny. Good day, good day, good day. The net was actually, I think the net was okay to miss it, Berg, because we watched it and it was not as good as it was back in the day. I think we all agreed on that. It was better just to leave it alone in the memory. You know what I mean? It's like the idea when your boobs used to be up near your waist and now they're on the ground. Just leave them. You know what? If you decide to plant a garden, you don't have to till. You just let those puppies go, honey. All right, girls, let's see what this is. The dessert bullet. I want to take a look at this. This is an infomercial, so let's take a look at what this is. Okay, hello, Sean.
Of seconds. It makes me feel really great as a mom knowing that I'm feeding my children desserts that they love, they're excited to eat, yet they're very healthy.
It
I
was
have no idea what
gluten-free,
this is.
It was dairy-free, preservative-free.
It tastes just like ice cream.
You can have dessert every day and not feel guilty.
Well, what the hell is it? He kind of looks like Hee, doesn't he?
It can happen.
What's your sin, Joanne? It's all right. Let me know.
Join these people.
I'm not feeding my children formula, so I'm feeding them this. You know what's kind of sad is, we were watching the videos on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv.Church of Debra. We were checking out one Sunday. We did like a Mother's Day stream, and we were watching like the reborn doll community, right? Throwing a little shade that way, but not really that much, but just a little bit. And there was a lady that went into a Walmart and she bought literally all the cheap baby binky things and left none for the cheaper ones for the poor people. She bought like 20 of those things, right? And then there's other people that go in there and buy the formula and stuff, girl. So can you believe that? So right now we have a formula shortage, right? And these reborn people are going in buying the clothes and the food and all this stuff for their fake babies when the real babies need it. Girl, figure it out.
And thousands just like them as they discover the machine that's turning the
Hello,
dessert
Tommy.
world upside down. Introducing the Dessert Bullet, the 10-second healthy
They
dessert
look like
maker.
in Blue's Clues.
With the Dessert Bullet, you can turn ordinary frozen
They
fruits
look-
and flavors into
They look like they're in Blue's Clues. What is Blue's Clues? What's up with this Blue's Clues background? Or what is that?
creamy, delicious dessert that tastes just like your favorite ice cream and dessert from the store.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Dessert maker. With the
What is it?
Introducing the Dessert Bullet, the 10-second healthy dessert maker. With the Dessert Bullet, you can turn ordinary
So you're basically just blending up ice cream. You can do this in a Vitamix, but you gotta have some liquid.
frozen fruits and flavors into creamy, delicious dessert
What?
that tastes just like your favorite ice cream and dessert from the store, but without the added fat.
There's no way that cheap plastic thing is ripping through all that stuff, right?
Sugar or calories. Like this decadent banana split that has no dairy fats, has no processed sugar, and is only 175 calories.
What?
Or this mouth-watering chocolate caramel parfait that's gluten-free, dairy-free,
Girl, I'm so sick of the gluten hands.
and is only 195 calories.
I knew a good Judy. She went like a damn stamp. She's like, there's gluten in it. I'm like, bitch, there's nothing wrong with you. Lick the stamp. And she wouldn't.
The Dessert Bullet is a breakthrough innovation that is going to change the way we eat dessert forever. So take a seat at Magic Bullet
What? Magic? Take a seat on a magic bullet? Girl, what?
headquarters, home of the original Magic Bullet, Baby Bullet, and NutriBullet.
They need to change the... Y'all. Can we get a name change? I'm just... Y'all. Come on now. Come on
And
now.
join Mick, Stephanie, and special guest nutrition expert David Wolf for the official launch of the newest quality product from the Bullet family,
Y'all.
the Dessert Bullet,
Sponsored by
the
Amber Heard.
10-second healthy dessert maker.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bullet Headquarters.
Oh my God,
home
it's
of
that
the Magic
Australian
Bullet,
guy.
The Party Bullet, the Baby Bullet.
The party. Doesn't the party bullet, isn't that what led to the baby in the first place, right? Isn't that what the reason why you got the baby?
And the NutriBullet. Now, believe it or not, it's almost 10 years ago
I don't
to the day
Oh, the blender thing. Okay.
since
I
we
got it.
launched the Magic Bullet all over the world with great success. But since then, we've been striving to find a product that
You know,
would
he was hotter when he was younger, unless this is a different actor.
excite us, just like the Magic Bullet did way back then.
She kind of looks
Well,
like
guess
Heather
what?
Graham, doesn't
Finally,
she, y'all?
I'm
Hello,
here to
Mike.
announce we found
You know what? I will buy anything from an Australian voice because there was this Australian man, and honey, he wasn't nothing to look at if he didn't have the voice. But I tell you what, seriously, you put like a hot Australian voice on somebody, and girl, I'll go for it. Like Danny DeVito starts using Australian, language, girl, I'm there. That accent, come on, Danny, hop in.
that product.
This is the Dessert Bullet, the 10-second healthy dessert maker.
Why does it look like that?
And with it, you can turn ordinary fruits and
Why does it look so phallic? I mean, it looks like she's gonna sit on it.
flavors into rich, thick, creamy, delicious desserts that taste just like your favorite ice cream and desserts from the store.
Really, Daniel, you're Melbourne.
Or,
Best accent in the world, honey.
but
And free health care. I mean, come on.
without all the added
And Australian people always have really nice teeth too. So I'm guessing free dental.
sugar, the fat,
Prevision also, girl. Oh my God, I'll put up with the spiders. I feel like the Australians make up a lie about having the poisonous animals, like the spiders and the snakes and crap. It's like they got the most poisonous everything. I think they just say that so people don't want to move there, honey.
Fat or all of those calories.
But seeing is believing,
Wow.
though, right?
Yeah.
Then watch this. Now, I'm going to start
A dingo
off
took
with
my
a
health
frozen
card.
banana.
I'm going to add to that a tablespoon of this delicious natural chocolate.
Natural
Yum.
chocolate. Is there chocolate that's not natural?
Add to that 2 tablespoons of coconut and just a touch of vanilla.
So notice they're adding fat, but they're not going to say that. The coconut's the fat.
Now, on top of that, I'm just going to
Girl, why is she shaking? Does anybody know? I think this is a grand conspiracy so we waste expensive shiz. But why do they put vanilla in those hard-to-pour bottles where it always runs off the edge? Like, look at her.
And just a
You
touch
see it?
of vanilla.
I feel like they don't give us the dropper on purpose. Because who's going to pour the whole bottle anyways? Give us the damn dropper in it, honey, so we don't waste it.
now on top
See, it always runs off the side.
of that, I'm just going to pop in, just to finish off, a few walnuts. Folks, check this out.
There's no way this thing is plugged up to the wall and it's going to have enough power. And it's made out of plastic.
Look at that.
He's not Australian. Damn him.
Look how delicious that looks.
No, something ain't making.
Now, I don't care where you go, you'll never buy a dessert that looks or tastes.
Could you imagine they go to give it to the audience and then they're like, but it smells like poo. Eat it. It smells like a turd. And they make them eat it and then it really is a turd.
As good.
It's shaped like a
as
star
that.
because America, honey.
I'm just going to add a few more walnuts. And to that, I'm just going to add a few slivers of coconut on the top like that.
Exactly. If it's not
And then
Australian, we're not buying
Just
it.
to finish off, I'm going to pop a cherry on the top.
Chocolate. Is this the name of a Pornhub title or is this the name of an ice cream? Chocolate nut sundae.
And look at that. Now, who likes chocolate ice cream?
I do.
Okay, you do. Here, try that.
Not the first time he's had nuts in
That
his
is true.
mouth. Sorry. I mean, walnuts.
And the
Walnuts
best news
in
of
his
all
mouth.
is if you're
Walnuts.
like most of us who love dessert but don't love the extra calories that come with it, at 175 calories a serving, dessert is back on the menu.
Girl, she is a stand-in for Heather Graham. What happened to Heather Graham? Does anybody know? I miss her. Gorgeous, wonderful actress. Bye,
Now
Teresa.
this is my personal favorite, and you'll see why here in a few seconds.
Girl, I hope she ain't using that. That's not sanitary, honey.
I'm gonna start off with some of these plump, delicious frozen pitted cherries.
Them cherries don't look good. Get fresh.
Add to that some pre-frozen natural yogurt
Ew.
and
Can you freeze yogurt?
my
Why
favorite,
did it look like feta cheese?
that delicious natural chocolate.
Damn, honey.
And just watch what happens with the dessert bullet.
Wait a minute. Now we're going to know they're cutting cameras and they're lying to us because look at this. Look at the amount she's putting in here. Okay, a
Add to
tablespoon.
that some pre-frozen natural yogurt.
Literally little small chunks, about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of frozen yogurt.
Chocolate.
And then a little bit of chocolate. Now watch
And
how much is
just
going to come
watch
out.
what happens with the dessert bullet.
The friction alone from this device would melt it. See, they had a camera cut. No way.
Look at that.
No
Perfect
way.
color.
No, ma'am.
Beautiful
She did not put that much stuff in there.
ice cream texture. Now I'm just gonna top it off
It looks like
with a cherry.
the
and some
inside.
That delicious natural
Ow!
chocolate.
It does.
Doesn't that look amazing?
When you go get a colonoscopy,
But believe me, you've got to taste
it's got
it.
little polyps on it. Girl, don't eat the polyps. Don't eat it. Oh, she ate a polyp.
Tastes just like cherry chocolate ice cream.
Wouldn't it be amazing if she just started eating it like, oh, this is good. This is good. And she just starts going crazy and starts slamming her head into it. And she's like, give me more. Starts grabbing everything. Just going insane.
But here's the difference. That amazing dessert that we like to call our chunky cherry
Oh my God, Relish, you're so right. They're all wearing the kind of conservative clothes my mom made me wear in high school. Girl.
chip tastes just like your favorite ice cream from the store, but it has none of that high fructose corn syrup, no processed sugars. It's chocked full of antioxidants and under 200 calories. Wow.
Hello, Natalie.
And that's the beauty of this incredible machine, because now you can have dessert every day
Hello,
if you want
Faust.
to.
Yes. Hello,
And
Jasmine. Orlean.
How fast,
Where did it come
fun, and
from?
easy it is with the dessert bullet.
Look at that. Any delicious,
Doobie.
nutritious dessert in 10 seconds
So
or less.
bad looking.
Whether you're lactose intolerant, whether you're on a gluten-free diet,
Oh,
whether you're
God,
watching your
stop.
blood sugar levels, or just watching
Oh, these people are skinny and look good. All these people look like models. People ain't watching anything.
your weight, now everyone can have dessert.
You see, and that
I like that.
Now everyone can have dessert.
you see, and that's why we're so
Everyone can have dessert.
You see, and that's why we're so excited to be here at Bullet headquarters for the official launch of our latest Bullet product.
The dessert bullet's going to change the
I
way
can't
we
come
eat
into work
dessert
today.
forever.
I'm gluten-free and saw a piece of bread across the street, Ragnar.
Not only do the desserts that you
Grace, you about to say this changed her life. Girl, Kate plus 8 haircut realness. Come on, Henny.
create with a dessert bullet taste good, they're all under 200 calories. The recipes that have already been created, it's just a no-brainer. You just put all the awesome ingredients in.
Oh. What is it? You know when you have a colonoscopy and they give you that liquid and then like, all through the night, you're constantly doing your business. It kind of looks like what comes out. Like even with the little fatty stuff, that's like detaches from your, well,
You know you're not getting any high
I wouldn't eat that. Looks, it's all about the look. And you're putting it in a yellow ball too, Henny?
fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, artificial flavors.
Super good and colorful.
Organize your living room, honey. That's a hot mess behind you. You knew you were going to be in this commercial. Come on, Henny. Little bit, look at this mess.
Knowing you can have dessert for under 200 calories, are you kidding me? It's wonderful.
And under $500.
Worked hard to lose just about 75 pounds, and I like desserts. And so the option
Again, moderation, Henny, because at the end of the day, I'm going to see that in Goodwill in 10 months and you're going to be gaining it all back. It's have what you want, but in moderation, Henny. Like the French. Look at the French. Don't have like a teaspoon for dessert. Seriously, a teaspoon.
of being able to have
Hello,
a
Rose.
dessert that's under 200 calories that tasted like ice cream was so exciting to me. I can't imagine my life without it.
You can't. Honey, it's... honey, listen to me, honey. When you're dead and gone, if you think that little ice cream turd maker is going to be thinking about you, it ain't. They ain't going to bury you with it. People won't even want to buy it from the Goodwill. Honey, let it go.
I've lost a lot of weight recently, and there's a lot of health issues in my family with diabetes and cholesterol and blood pressure, so I'm really...
Okay, well, you probably shouldn't be eating frozen frozen high-sugared fruits, honey, if you got diabetes. At the end of the day, sugar is sugar, okay? So if you get your 200 calories from ice cream or 200 calories of sugar from the frozen, it's the same to your blood sugar, honey, okay? So zip it and zap it, honey.
really trying to make sure we eat well together as a family. So this dessert bullet has been just a blessing. I love that I can get natural, healthy desserts. I know exactly what's going into the machine. I know what's going into my children. I really treasure that. And the boys think they're eating ice cream when they...
Girl, treasure a better apartment. Okay, next.
Things start happening, you're like, what?
Girl, Rosemary. Dun, 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 dun. Cold-hearted snake, look into my eyes. Uh-oh, she's been telling lies.
is this? And one thing that, because of my background having a family with
A dancer?
diabetes,
Oh.
I have to be exceptionally aware of what I put
She
into
looks
my
just
body.
like Paul Abdul.
But having the dessert bullet makes it so much easier because I get to have dessert. I get to have it under 200 calories, and it tastes like
There
ice
is
cream.
no
It's
way.
not like
I
this
need to see the motor in this thing,
cardboard
honey.
wannabe dessert where I'm eat any dessert of any kind whatsoever. And here it is. I'm having dessert.
I mean,
on
if
an
you want to
almost
do
daily
this, you can make this in your blender.
basis, and I like it. So hey, it works.
Well, at least she didn't
Well,
say
I
it was
think
life-changing.
Over 90 delicious desserts under 200 calories in 10 seconds or less.
And right now, we have a very special guest who's here to show us how and why these fabulous desserts made with this incredible machine can actually be good for us.
He's part of our Bullet family, and he's somebody you may
Bullet
recognize
family.
from the NutriBullet show.
He's also our in-house nutrition expert, David Wolf. Hi, David.
Hello, Stephanie.
Now, David, I know you've been just as excited
These
as
people and their fakeness. I can't. This is so fake.
anyone about the launch of the dessert bullet.
Absolutely. Look, for over 20 years, nutrition has been a vitally important part of my life. And I've seen trends come and go. But what's not going away is the alarming rise in obesity and diabetes in adults.
And this ain't going to cure it, honey.
And especially in children. But when you look at what's
Well, honey, this is more of a tell on America's healthcare system than anything.
in our diet today, it's hardly surprising.
I mean, we're addicted to fast food. Nobody cooks anymore. Even like people that used to cook at home don't even do that anymore. Like used to, people were addicted to like those ready-made meals in the grocery store. Now people just order out and they do the Grubhub and stuff. I mean, everybody's eating fast food and eats out, honey. Good food, good dollar.
High fructose corn syrup.
Honey, at the end of the day, it's calorie in, calorie out, honey. If you are sucking down a bag of sugar, it ain't gonna be, you're still gonna lose your leg, whether it's a bag of sugar or a bag of high fructose corn syrup, honey. The leg is going wonking, pardon the pun.
Processed sugars, food colorings, chemicals, the list goes on and on.
Oh, he's cute.
But that's why I'm so excited about this machine. First off, I'm gonna make a delicious
Arlene, I would jump on stage and knock all of those blenders off the rear shelves. I can't.
dessert we like to call the Bullet Berry Blast. The first of these frozen
Pricey, stop. Deb, some people are using food banks in the UK who are not poor. They're just too lazy to cook. Girl, I can't. What's the address to those? Because I'll totally do that. Help me, I'm poor.
ingredients is blackberries. I'm gonna take some
Blackberries.
frozen strawberries
He's got a good
next.
radio voice.
Now we're gonna add some blueberries, great for the brain,
Great
great for the
for
nervous
the
system,
brain.
and some
Raspberries, great for the
raspberries. And then one of my favorite flavors, coconut.
Coconut.
Put a little sprinkle there.
Good for the concussions.
All right, here we go. Look at those
Wow.
brilliant colors, those pigments that are so great for our nervous system. Look how
The pigments that are great. Girl, the pigments that are great for our nervous system. What is our nervous system painting by colors, honey? What are you talking about?
delicious that looks. All right. And I can assure you
Girl, eat the Mona Lisa. Could you imagine? Van Gogh. I mean, seriously, girls.
it's going to taste as good as it looks. Who wants to try?
I do.
I mean, if it's so good, just make it in a blender and save yourself the money.
Not only does it taste like ice cream, but it's chock full of antioxidants, and it's less than 100 calories.
Wow.
And moms and dads, get this. The next time your kids are...
Girl, I want to see somebody put meat in that thing and make some hamburger meat, honey. I really do. Seriously, girls, I kind of feel that the
devil is
dancing tonight about this. Hello,
asking
George.
for their favorite ice cream, not only can you make it in seconds with the dessert bullet.
Girl, I know he's not coming for Pinkberry with that thing. Girl, he's even got the Pinkberry cup.
But this Rocky Road dessert, just like a whole lot more of our kids' favorite.
I mean, if y'all have seen the movie Human Centipede, they basically, this is what two of them were already eating anyways. Well, you know.
Favorites that can be made with this machine has no food colorings, no fillers, no preservatives, no dairy fats. Plus, they're loaded with ingredients that are actually good for their digestive systems, that are great for their teeth and bones, but they all taste just like ice cream.
Everything you eat can be good for your bones.
So
you
they
know,
won't
if you're eating a
taste a
well-balanced
difference, but you as a
diet.
parent, quick and easy this is to make. It's loaded with vitamin C, and the best thing about this for me is that there's no additives, no high fructose corn syrup, and only
They must have ran out of
desserts that
content.
are perfect for your needs.
What is this? What is she
Peanut
making?
butter ice cream pie. How good does that look? But here, we've got everybody's favorite.
To be honest, it all looks hella horrible because there's literally no fat. What makes ice cream good is the fat content, honey.
Look at that. Especially around the holidays. Pumpkin pie.
She did not just put frozen pumpkin in there and call
Here's
it
the
pumpkin
great
pie.
news. Every one of these scrumptious pies are high in fiber, have no processed sugar, they're all natural, they're dairy-free, and they taste just like a pie you'd make at home or buy at the bakery. And all under 200 calories per serving.
They're not going to taste like the bakery ones because the bakery's adding sugar, honey.
Oh, what about this for an idea? Just freeze some of your favorite all-natural flavors, pop them into the dessert bullet, and watch this, folks. In about 5
Girl, that motor is barely hanging on, honey.
seconds, you've got a delicious, fabulous frozen lemonade. And just like these mixed berry and mango slushies,
And by the time it melts and you can drink it, the straw's going to be disintegrated, honey.
over here, this frozen favorite has got no processed sugar.
Really?
It's got no artificial
Oh my
color in
gosh,
it,
Alonso.
but the kids, they'll never know the difference.
But here's another reason why kids love the dessert bullet. Look
Are they
how
not going to show us
fast,
how to clean
fun,
it?
and easy that is.
Sounds like a Mazda Miata.
You see, up until now, decadent desserts just like these, well, they were a guilty pleasure that you couldn't really enjoy as often as you would like, yeah?
Yes.
But now, you can have all these desserts and a whole lot more every single day if you want to.
But people are already eating that every day, honey. Look how happy she is.
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
Or every single day if you want to. Every
They're
single
not, yeah,
day
girl, you're smiling because you're getting, they paid you before you shot the video.
if you want to.
Desserts that are
Single day if you want to.
desserts
Every single day if you want to.
desserts that are
Single day if you want to.
Yay. Come on, like the video,
Desserts,
girls, or
single
we'll be
day
here
if you
all
want to.
night. Yay.
desserts
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
More. Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
desserts that
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
dessert
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
dessert
Every single day if you want to.
Yay.
desserts that are dairy-free,
Oh.
gluten-free, vegan, and even diabetic-friendly. But they taste just like your favorite ice cream and dessert that you'd make at
Jeff Bezos announcing his employee week schedule. Hold on, we got to do it one more time for Dylan.
Every. But now you can have all these desserts and a whole lot more
Jeff Bezos announcing his employee week schedule.
every single day if you want to.
home or buy it. So we'd like to thank you all for joining us here at Bullet Headquarters for the official launch of the latest Bullet product.
That's the thing
Bullet
is, oh, it's a frozen banana. It's diabetic. Honey, when my sugar is too high, I'm not eating a banana. That's too much sugar, honey.
Headquarters, home of the Magic Bullet, the Party Bullet, the Baby Bullet, the NutriBullet, and now finally the Dessert Bullet.
It's really an amazing.
Imagine they come out with a gun bullet. Whoa, too Too far? Too far? All right, this is Turbo Cooker Instructional DVD. Let's see what this is. Wait, we might have seen this one.
Hi, I'm Chef Randall, inventor of the turbo cooker
No,
and the
maybe
steam
not.
frying system.
Oh.
Today we're going to show you how to use your new Turbo Cooker Plus. And here to
Do y'all remember that movie, Batman Returns?
do that is America's favorite cook, Kathy Mitchell.
Well, thank you, Chef Randall.
Kathy, you're welcome. This is your kitchen. I'm going
Do
to
y'all
let you
remember
get to
the
it.
Danny DeVito character?
Okay. Well, if you're watching this video, it means you're
Damn,
the
he
proud
left her
owner
alone in
of a
his
brand new
kitchen.
Turbo Cooker Plus. So let me show you what you got in the package. First of all, you got 35 great turbo cooker recipes, and these
She
will take you
looks
through
good,
breakfast,
honey.
lunch, and dinner, and get you turbo cooking in no time. Now, you'll find on these recipes all the ingredients you need. So let's take a look at
Kathy
that
is
turbo cooker valve and
always
see what we're talking
Hendra,
about.
honey.
On the top of your lid, you're going to find this valve. It looks like a little light switch,
Oh,
and
that's
one's
got a
marked
little
open and one's marked
timer.
closed. Now, I mentioned that all of the recipes use timing, and one of the pluses on the Turbo Cooker Plus is this great timer. What you're going to use this for is if the recipe says you need 3 minutes before you turn the food over, all you have to do to set your minutes is 1, 2, 3 on the minute set, and when you hit start, you've got 3 minutes. Now remember, you're always going to want to take off the timer before you wash that lid or put it in the dishwasher. Now inside,
Wash
you're going to
cat
find
litter.
these two racks.
Wait a minute, can you wash cat litter? I never thought about that. Why don't they make washable cat litter? That's not a bad idea.
These we call stack racks because they have little clips that allow you to lock them together so that it makes them easier to move the foods in and out of your turbo cooker. Now all of the recipes will tell you whether you've got foods on one rack or both racks, and when you lock them together just as easily as that, then you can lift them up and move them in and out. And we're going to show you a lot more about that later.
Dylan, she's 50% Republican, 50% non-stick spread, this boy.
Now inside the turbo cooker you'll find a great DuPont non-stick surface. And the only thing you need to remember is you won't use metal utensils in here.
At least she's honest, because how many of we watch where they lie and, oh, you can use metal? No, you can't.
You can use your wooden spoons, your plastic spoons, or any of your great nylon utensils. And as a matter of fact,
Totally
we have a great set of
Scientology.
nylon utensils that are specially designed for use with the turbo cooker, and you might want to pick up a set of those for yourself. Now, a lot of your recipes are going to call for using different pots and pans and things from your kitchen to use in addition to your turbo cooker. And you can use metal, like your metal mixing bowls, or glass. I particularly like these little disposable aluminum or metal pie pans and cake pans because then I can just toss them when I'm done. You can use ceramics. You'll also find it handy to have a 6-cup muffin pan like this. A lot of the recipes use this when you're baking cupcakes or muffins in your turbo cooker. Now inside the pan, you got this great springform pan. If you've never seen a springform pan before, let me show you quickly how to use it.
Yes, we've seen a spring. Talk about your pan, honey. Stick to the plan.
I'm just going to put them in the pan. And I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Now, this is a recipe that you don't have a card for.
Oh,
this is one
really,
of the recipes that I've
Relish?
used the
I
cooking
didn't
guide
know about
to help
that.
me figure out how to do it. Potatoes are going to take about 21
Totally,
minutes. So
totally,
the meat only
Sean
takes
say.
14. Means I need to give those potatoes a 7-minute head start. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on to high heat. And I'm going to go ahead and put the apples in. Now, all I've done for these apples is I cut them in half.
Tell it we're eating.
Cut a little slice off the bottom too, so
Where's
they
the
sit
meat?
flat on the rack, and filled them with
Sweet
dried
potatoes
cranberries.
and
They're just
apples.
delicious,
Where's
and they
the
go really good
meat?
with the pork. So we're going to go ahead and put the lid on there.
Where's the bar?
The valve in the closed position, and we're going to start that off with 7 minutes. Now let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff ready so when the timer goes, we're ready to add it. I've got some pork tenderloin here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use a little seasoning in it. Now, a lot of times in the recipes,
Yeah,
you'll see a
pork.
reference to Chef Randall's Choices. What these are is great single-serving seasoning packets that allow
totally,
you to
Dylan.
season your meats just perfectly without having to go out and buy lots of different spices. Chef Randall has mixed all the spices perfectly, and there's lots of different flavors. There's a taste of Italy and so on. What I'm using in this pork tenderloin is the vegetable and
Taste of
poultry seasoning. But
Italy.
remember, you can use it on anything. It's great on the pork. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir that around and let it kind of marinate for a few minutes while those potatoes start cooking. Now on this rack, I've got my frozen green beans with some almonds,
I meant to
seasoned
buy
with a little
some
salt
Brussels
and pepper.
sprouts today, and
in
I
the cooking
forgot.
guide,
Oh, my
12 minutes,
God.
and the meat needs 14 minutes. But you know this isn't rocket science, and you know that they're going to both cook in about the same amount of time that way. So those will go in just a few minutes. While that's getting started, let's show you that coffee cake I promised you over here. Okay, I've got 2 cups of reduced fat Bisquick in the bowl, and now I'm going to add for liquid 1 cup of orange soda. And I'm using diet orange soda, so it's not going to add any extra calories to that coffee cake. You know, you're going to find when you use soda in your baking, it really makes your baked goods high and light. And we're going to add an egg and give that a little bit of a stir here. All right, so you don't want to over-stir Bisquick. You just want to get those lumps out.
Last
and
week
I
went
to,
did I tell you about this?
With a little bit of nonstick spray so that
I went to one of those Amazon.
There we go. We got a nice smooth batter.
Grocery stores, and it knows, seriously, whatever you walk out with, it just charges you. Have y'all ever been to one? It might not be available everywhere, girls, but it was pretty wild, honey. Literally, I got a drink, and that was it. I didn't even have to scan it, honey. You just knew.
Ahead and put it right into that pan.
I felt like I was stealing though, because I was like, what if I just walk in, and what if I was just to take something else? Oh, I didn't know.
Pan.
I should have got more than just a drink, honey.
And I've got some pecans. Sprinkle those on there. I love pecans. And a little bit of brown sugar. Just right on the top. Okay.
She loved the dumb cake.
For my cooking medium, I'm going to use the rest of that can of soda. So we're just going to go ahead and pour it right into the bottom of the pan. And we're going to make a little hot fruit sauce. So what I've got here are some peaches that I've drained most of the liquid out of, and some mandarin oranges. And to help that kind of thicken up, I'm going to add
you don't scan anything with your phone.
Right into there.
When you first walk in, you like
place the
do
right
this like QR code thing on the phone, like on the Amazon app.
And that's going to take about
and then whatever you pick up, you don't scan it. You just walk out with it. Seriously, y'all, it's
the valve.
It's so strange.
Open. That open will help that liquid to boil away to make my sauce nice and thick, and it also kind of
I didn't even see anybody working there.
One thing I wanted to mention while we're talking about baked goods, a lot of times when you're baking, like the cheesecake recipe, for instance. Through the baking, it'll tell you to add more water to the pan to keep the steam going. So anytime you're adding,
when you first go relish,
to add more water, just
you have to. Now I don't know if I do it.
Not to the cake.
Now this is the crazy thing.
That and one her cake was.
The crazy thing is, I've only been once. So when I go again, I don't know if I scan it again. You put the store code in there, but I don't know if you do it again. Like, does it just remember me? No, that's hella scary. Because what if another woman walks in there with a red glasses and a gray wig or something. You know what I mean? What if I get charged for it?
Very, very moist. All right, 15 minutes on that. And we should just about be ready here on our sweet potatoes.
Go out to the parking lot, steal one of the cars, and be like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Okay, now take a look.
Lou says, I can't see people's names on the screen chat, Deborah, looking after our privacy. Well, honey, there's something wrong with your eyes if you can't see. That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
See, the apples are starting to get tender, but they've still got another 15 minutes to go. I'm going to go ahead and lift the rack out. You notice how I'm doing this? I've got a little kitchen fork, and it just slips right under those wire racks and lifts it right out. And I can see the potatoes are getting tender, but they're not quite done yet. Now, I probably have a little bit more water in there than I would like to have, but that's going to continue to boil away. So we're going to go ahead and add the meat to it right now. So I've got my pork tenderloin here, those seasonings on it. I'm going to go ahead and put that right in the center here.
What? Oh, that's going to be tough.
Potatoes off to the side. And I'm not a pork brown sugar on top of those
pork
potatoes.
Tenderloin.
They give it such a nice flavor. And I find that when I add the brown sugar, I don't have to add any butter.
I think that's going to be tough.
Potatoes without butter. Saves you a lot of calories.
Yeah, that's going to be dry and tough and boiled.
Now, because I have a little bit more liquid than I'd like to have, I'm going to use the valve open
for
the first few
neat,
minutes
Chris.
of cooking here. So I'm going to put my green beans on.
Oh,
and we'll put those apples back on. I'm going to go ahead and lock those racks
Lazy
together.
Lazy people in America
like
love to stack. You notice that? Like, we watch a lot of those plastic girls. What are they called? Tupperware girls. They love to stack. They love a stack cooker.
Put the lid on. Now, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to leave the valve open for a few minutes to kind of see if we can't get rid of some of that liquid. I don't want to boil the meat. You want to fry the meat.
But there's nothing. What's crazy is this is kind of like a pressure cooker, but a really low pressure cooker, because it's not going to build up any good pressure because this thing's just going to pop off. There's nothing attaching this to that.
7 minutes.
Pyramid scheme,
then I'm going to turn it over
literally.
And cook it for the last 7 minutes. Okay. So while we wait for that to cook, we'll take a little break here. Okay.
What? Why would you need to say take a little break? Why wouldn't you just cut it? It's on a DVD, Kathy. There's no commercial. This is an instructional DVD.
There's a timer on our
Do you think
our
there's
pork.
commercials on her
See
DVD?
how we're doing here. I kept my eye on it while it was cooking, and there was plenty of liquid in there, so I didn't add any more.
Oh, that don't
If
look
I'd found
good.
the
Those
liquids getting
apples
low, I would
look
have closed
pretty
the
to look
valve.
at, but you know they
now we're
taste
going to just go ahead and lift
horrible.
off those apples and those green beans, and you're going to love the way these racks lock together. It makes it so much easier to move them around. Now here's our pork, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip it over. Look at the beautiful brownness we're getting on there, and remember there's no oil in there, so you're cooking without any fats or oils. Those potatoes are just about done. This is going to be perfect. 7 minutes is going to be just perfect for this.
Hello,
I'm gonna go ahead
Lahini.
and put the racks back on now. And we'll give it that last
Did she
7
say
minutes, and then we'll
Iraq?
be ready for dinner.
Wait a minute, George Bush. Girl, did y'all see that video of George Bush talking about Putin? I thought it was fake at first. When I seen it trending, I thought it was fake. And then I watched the video, and then he said invading Iraq, and I almost spit out Henny. I almost spit out. It was over. I almost fell out.
Okay, the coffee cake is done. I'm going to turn that off and shut off the power there. And this guy's like 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and shut it off.
This guy.
All right, take a look.
Girl, it's a rocket.
I'm going to test those onions maybe. Oh, look at that tenderloin. Isn't that beautiful and
They did not cook that in there. No. Sorry, Henny, you ain't fooling me.
juicy? Just the slightest hint of pink,
There's
which is
no way it's that tender.
okay on pork now. Oh, look.
Okay on pork. Wait a minute. It was okay on pork like a couple years ago. This is from like the 90s. Wait a minute. No, ma'am. Wait a minute. Has it went up and down, Maddie? Has it went up and down, Maddie? Do you know? Because they might have changed it. Maybe in the 90s they said you could have a lower temperature on the meat, and then they changed it again. And then I know a couple years ago they said, oh, you can eat pork now.
So
I'm not
good.
eating no pork pink. I don't even like pork
And
in the
some sweet
beginning.
potato. It's got such a beautiful thick glaze on it.
Well, this is 4x3, so
Look
I
at
think
those.
this might be in the 90s.
And some green beans. I love the way the vegetables come out cooked in here. Keep their color.
Them green beans are overcooked.
And I suppose we could add an apple to that.
She didn't.
There's our
Like when I
dinner.
cook
What
my
do you
green beans, I dip them in ice water because I keep them crispy.
think? Let's check
You
that
live
coffee
a
cake.
sweet pork. I like that. We were discussing the other night on Twitch. I do enjoy an Asian pork. I think Asians know how to make pork, but no, I don't trust anybody else's pork.
Ah, look at that. That rose up just beautiful. I'm going
That looks horrible.
to go ahead and set that right on a plate.
Kathy, that girl.
And then you have a great fast breakfast. Okay, I've got a couple of chicken dishes I want to show.
She's not going to show us her eating it?
Okay, I've got a couple of chicken dishes I want to show you. We're going to start with one I made on the show. We called it Bavarian chicken. Add my water right now. But I'll tell you a little secret here. You don't want to just dump it into the middle of the chicken. You want to kind of drizzle it around the edges. For a
Wait,
couple of reasons. You're not
what?
rinsing off any of that excess.
She put on a flour coating, and she's putting water in it?
Any of that breading. Just keeps it right
She
around
breaded chicken, and she's going to boil it?
on the sides.
This is like trying to fry chicken in a pressure cooker with water.
Now, you don't want to put all of your water in at the same time. Over the course of cooking, this is going to use probably close to 3/4 of a cup of water to fry. But if I add it just a
It's going to use a couple of cups of water to fry.
and this is going to use probably close to 3/4 of a cup of water to fry.
Kathy, you cannot fry in water, honey. Oh my God, poached breading. This is disgusting.
But if I add
It probably smells like dog paws in that kitchen right about
it
now.
just a little at a time, it doesn't get the chicken like it's boiling.
Girl,
It
not
gives me
Mr.
that
Lou coming in
fried
here
texture.
saying, if I remember correctly, it's mustard and pretzel coated.
So that's going to keep my steam going. On my rack here,
Oh
I've got
my
some
God.
carrots. I've got the stack rack on there, and I'm going to add our side dish.
What the
Cover
hell is
that up.
that?
And I'm going to add a little bit more water in 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give this just 3 minutes to start. And then I'm just going to come back. I don't have to lift out the rack. I'll just take off the lid and add a little water around the edges. But 3 minutes at a time, that'll keep that breading nice and crisp. Now we'll get back over here to our...
We are literally cooking in a steam. We're cooking in a water biome dome, honey. We're going to add more water so we keep the chicken crispy. Kathy, stop.
Our chicken. I guess I didn't tell you what I was making over here. I'm making chicken and dumplings. So what I've done is I've sauteed the onions and the chicken.
Frying with water.
And can you see the beautiful brownness I've got without a drop of oil? You know, so many of us that cook think you have to have oil all the time to get your food brown, and you really don't. You can get a beautiful brown.
Girl, if you're cooking and you're not adding fat, then you don't know how to cook.
Brownness.
I'm sorry, but you need some butter, honey.
Using just water, but let the pan dry out just a little bit, then that caramelizing can begin. Okay, so now what I'm going to add to that is 2 cans of reduced fat cream of chicken soup that I've whisked up with a little bit of hot water.
Oh my God, us Americans are so like, it's like, no, it's a chore to cook. It's so weird. It really is. Like in other countries, it's like I mean, when I cook, I enjoy cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm cooking, if I'm going to eat, I'm going to eat bad. I tell you that all the time. Like when I cook, you know, I'm in there, whole cream, mushrooms going, butter, olive oil, you know. I'm having a good old time. What are you doing, honey?
4 cups total. And I use hot water.
It's going to be more or if not the same calories. Cook fun, honey. Put your podcast on, bunch of YouTube.
Bring this through the boil
some
just
music.
a little bit faster.
Get into it, honey.
And I'm going to add my veggies. I don't know. Grandma said chicken and dumplings, you need peas.
At least they're
and carrots,
frozen
so
and
I'm
not
gonna just go ahead and
canned.
toss in some peas and carrots.
Yeah, that's not
And
gonna
just let that
cook.
come up to a boil while I mix up my dumplings. Now the dumplings are easy. You just follow the recipe on the box. I'm using reduced fat Bisquick. I've got about a cup and 2/3.
Reduced fat. Girl, if Biscuit didn't already taste like ass, reduced fat Biscuit? Girl.
Think of biscuit mix in here and 2/3 of a cup of skim
Oh my
milk.
God! Literally, when you're making chicken and dumplings, you just flour, honey. You can't even use real flour. It's probably the same amount of time.
And we're just going to go ahead and stir that up.
Some buttermilk, flour,
Dumplings should
salt,
be a
and
little bit
pepper.
lumpy. And then we'll just add those.
Baking soda, baking
Okay,
powder.
that's ready to go.
She's using Biscuit. Carb
Let's go
quick.
ahead and, pardon me for licking my fingers.
She sucked off a nail.
I'm going to add my my water back to this.
Why? You're
I
steaming
said I'm going to
it.
need a couple more tablespoons of water in there. You don't have to lift off the racks. Just kind of pour it right in around the edges, just like that. You can hear that sizzle going on in there. That'll keep the steam going because the steam is what's steaming those carrots and cooking my noodles on the top. And I'm
What
pouring
is
it just in
going
around the
on?
edges so that it's not going to rinse any of the breading off those pork chops.
I have
now I'm going to
that
go ahead and give that
casserole
another 3
dish.
minutes.
Harvest.
So you like to see what's going on here. Okay, and in case I didn't mention it, we're
Harvest
cooking here with the
something.
valve closed. Now let's check that gravy for our chicken and dumplings here. Oh yeah, we've got a little boil going on there. So now we're going to go. A little trick is if you dip your spoon into that hot gravy, it'll make it easier for that dumpling mix to fall right off into the pan. So we're going to go ahead and just drop it because show about this point on Sunday after. Turbo cooker recipes too and on high heat. So these racks locking together makes it chicken. Use that spatula to kind of slide in underneath and try to keep that breading from lifting off your chicken.
Look how-
I wish you could smell these. That mustard.
Look
makes
at
them
it. It's
so
like
good.
it's literally looks like waterlogged bread. It
See,
doesn't
that's
look
a do as I
crispy
say,
at
not as
all,
I do.
honey.
Take your time so that you don't disturb that that
It's
breading.
soggy.
And see how beautiful and brown
Look, it's swollen like a corpse, honey. I mean, it's bloated, Miss Kathy.
those are getting. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more tablespoons of water, again, right around the edges. So you keep that steam going, because remember, we're steaming those vegetables on the top. So just keep that water right around the edges.
Girl, she got an alarm
3
going
tablespoons
off.
there.
Her ankle bracelet.
And again, those are going to need about 6 more minutes total, but I'm going to stop it after 3 and put in just a little
Oh
more
my
water to keep the
God.
steam going. My timer's yelling at me. One nice thing about this timer too, If you've used it for 3 minutes, all you have to do to get the next 3 minutes is hit the start button again, and it's still set on 3.
I don't blame
Okay, we'll come
Dylan
back
or
and check that
Lane.
in about 6 minutes and see how they are.
She's a treat, Miss
Okay,
Kathy.
there's the beep. We're done here. Let's take a look at what we've got.
Take a look at my
All right, here's our
girlfriend.
side dish, our noodles
She's
and
the
our
only one I got.
and our sauce. Those are ready. Our carrots. Oh, beautifully steamed. Look at the
How
color.
many
You're
parts
just
does
going to
this thing
love the way the
have?
vegetables come out when you turbo steam them. They're
Scoops of
just
margarine.
gorgeous. And here's our
Girl, I'm
chicken.
not shocked. She's not used to country crock.
So all you gotta do is serve
Look,
that up.
bloated chicken.
So
Who ordered bloated chicken?
Careful when you go underneath there. And you see we've got a beautiful crispy coating on there.
Girl,
And we
one
can
of those
serve that up with
nesting
some
dolls,
carrots.
totally fractured.
Your kids will eat more vegetables when you cook them in here.
Again, steam your carrots for like 5 minutes. Once it's, got a good steam. Ice water them real fast and stop them from cooking. Then you can put them back in there for a second just to get them warmed back up and then pull them off. Pull them off. Put a little bit of butter, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper. Chop up some almonds, maybe some slithered almonds. Slidered. You know the word. And then there you go, honey. Let them be. Have a little bit of snap to them, honey. Because if that's the case, you just could have made, puree, honey.
Now, what did this take? About less than 15 minutes.
That's sauerkraut.
And I've got noodles and carrots.
Girl, those are noodles.
And Bavarian
What?
style fried chicken.
Her noodles have more of a bite to them than the carrots.
Less than 15 minutes. That's a great dinner. Now, let's take a look at those chicken and
For
dumplings.
who, a prisoner?
Oh, yum.
Oh, my God.
All right, now, as usual, I forgot to sprinkle on the
It's
paprika.
trying to talk.
Normally, when you put the dumplings in, if you sprinkle them with a little bit of paprika, it gives them a brownness that you're not going to get. Look how good that looks. And again,
But again, it's not a real brownness, honey. You're literally just staining the top.
I like to check them to be sure they're done.
This is your brain on drugs. Johnny Depp's brain, Exhibit A.
Don't just go by what the recipe says. If it says 8 minutes, cook it for 8 minutes, and then check before you pull it out. You can see those are beautiful and fluffy inside. Those are perfectly done in just 8 minutes. And all we need to do is serve them up. Got a spoon right here. Oh, this is such a good meal. My family loves this. And again, you can change it to suit your family.
And when you're making chicken and dumplings, get you a crock pot, not a crock pot, get you an Instapot. Put you a whole chicken in there, honey. Okay? Put you a whole onion. Okay? Put it on. Little salt in the water, a little pepper. Maybe a couple of whole garlics. Okay? Cloves. Pressure cook it. Pull it out. Put it on a plate. Strip the meat. Put the meat back in. Drop in your biscuits. Season to taste. You're ready to roll.
Family, if you want bigger pieces of chicken,
And your dumplings, you want them to be small. Maybe dime sized, maybe quarter sized. And that's it. You're ready to roll.
pieces bigger, just give it a little extra time. A little gravy on that dumpling. I think we're ready to eat. Let me show you something over here. What I've got in the turbo cooker is some wild rice mix.
Girl,
Now,
not
according to
even
package
fresh
directions,
rice.
This takes about
packaged
25
rice.
minutes to cook, and this has been in here about
She's buying packaged rice. Rice-a-roni, girl.
about 10 minutes. So
Right. Yeah, already you're lazy that you're trying to cook a fast meal with your little fast cooker and you still can't even use real rice? Girl, come on, Kathy.
It's not totally done yet. So for the
Real rice? We can't even use real rice.
last 15 minutes of the cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of my meal. So what I've got on this rack is some fish. This is a piece of cod and some shrimp. Put a little bit of
Couldn't you see the idea on that?
lemon on top, a little rosemary, whatever you like on your shrimp. And that's going to steam.
Yes, just put a lemon on top where none of the flavor will get into any other food. But okay, sure.
While the rice finishes cooking. Oh, wait, I forgot my asparagus. This is going to steam too, right on top of there. You don't always have to have vegetables on the rack.
Oh, sometimes when you cook asparagus, like the starch gets really slimy on it in the pan. Oh, girl, I hope she didn't get that kind.
So I've got some asparagus right on top of there.
It'll make the rice really slimy.
Now we'll put the fish on top. And on top of that, I'm going to cook dessert. Now, watch what I've got here. This is a little chocolate Jiffy cake mix. And I mixed
She's not going to put a chocolate cake on top of some stinky fish.
up. These are single layer mixes, so I mixed up the first layer and put it in a pan. And I've got the yellow cake mix mixed up right here.
Okay, doesn't matter if you're black or white. Okay, progressive. Sometimes the white is on top of the black, vice versa, verse versa.
Make you something special, and for this I'm using one of Chef Randall's essences or baking flavors. This is praline. These are wonderful flavors. You use them to flavor ice.
Wait a minute now. What is that? One of those glass roses that they try to get outlawed?
Creams or cupcakes or muffins.
Oh, she got some poppers, honey.
Or cake mixes. And by putting this in here, I can turn this ordinary yellow cake into a praline flavor. If I don't spread it all over myself. So we're just going to give that a stir. And I'm going to marble it right on top of this chocolate cake. Now, one of the things you are going to love about baking in your turbo cooker is that you can use inexpensive mixes like this, and they come out so moist because they're baked with steam. So let's talk for just a second about what you can expect when you bake in your turbo cooker. You're not going to bake pie. You're not going to bake a raw dough because it doesn't brown, it just bakes. But as you saw earlier with the Bisquick, it does wonderful dumplings, and it bakes wonderful cakes and muffins and cupcakes. So we're going to go ahead and just put that yellow on top, and I'm going to marble that in. At your house, you can take a little more time to make this really special and beautiful. I'm trying to hurry here.
It's
so
going to stick to that pan because there's no.
But what I've got now is what
butter
I'll call a marble praline brownie. And I know you might think I'm cheating calling this brownies, but I'll tell you what. Baked in the turbo cooker, this ordinary cake mix is going to taste as moist and chewy as the best brownies. And one more thing you might say, she's cooking those on top of fish. I'm doing this to prove to you that even with something as strong flavored as fish, there is no flavor exchange when you bake in the turbo cooker.
But there is going to be flavor and change. It's convection, honey, with steam. It's going to carry those particles and layer them right on top, honey. Stop lying.
With the valve closed. So I'm going to close the valve, and in 15 minutes, think about it. I'm going to have rice, steamed asparagus, fish, shrimp, and dessert.
Girl, your piss is going to come out extra smelly.
Brownies all in one pan.
Girl, she's going to make a lady dump cake,
up the
honey.
oven or having lots of extra pots and pans. Okay, now let's check our cake.
Exactly, cornbread fish brownies.
All right.
Oh, girl.
Looks pretty good. I should have a toothpick, but I don't. That's not quite done in the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and give that cake just a couple of minutes more. But I want to show you the rest of the food here because there's our fish.
Girl, them shrimps are going to be overcooked. Oh, them shrimp are done.
I think I have a clean.
Girl, them shrimp. Girl, that fish. Please don't serve that to anybody. Girl, she's so overcooked the seafood. Oh my God. Lord help them. Girl, they. Oh my God. Girl, y'all. Moment of silence for the fish. I'm sorry, Flounder. And your little friends, shrimpies. I'm sorry we couldn't stop it. Only you can prevent forest fires.
The fork over here. And that fish is beautiful and flaky. Doesn't that look great? And let's check our rice. It's right underneath. Well, there's our asparagus. And see, that rice is just about absorbed the last of its water.
Oh,
that
those
rice
asparagus are so
to maybe go
overcooked.
for another minute or two anyway. So let's go ahead.
Shrimp look like they went
The
to
fish is done, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it
No!
on there. That's one of the things you're going to love about cooking on the turbo cooker. Is it is
No!
so forgiving. You can always take an extra minute or
No!
two. It's not like something that's on a with no moisture in it or in an oven. It's never going to burn.
No,
so I'm gonna go
yes
ahead and give
it
that
is.
cake
It's
just a couple
done.
more minutes. I think that'll get it done.
No!
So let's zero it
No!
out. 2 more. Okay, there's that timer. Let's see how we did. I have faith I'll turn off the fire. We have 2 for this time. The children see how my Swiss fingers like we're going to use hot pans. Okay, I'm going to take that wrap off.
Oh my
Look at that
God!
fish and the shrimp. We know that was already done, but you see, it didn't hurt it to leave it in there.
What do you mean
for
didn't
just a few more
hurt it?
minutes. Lift that off of there. And here's our rice and our asparagus.
What?
I'm gonna go ahead and pull just a little bit
Poor
of
the
that out of there.
asparagus is done.
Ooh, yum. And we'll get some of that rice.
Kathy, what have you
The
done?
fish. Oh, that's flaky and beautiful.
Flaky? Girl, you could stop
some
a
shrimp.
car with it. Oh my God, them shrimp.
That's a meal fit for a king.
What, a king of what? Russia,
Kathy,
maybe.
thank you so very much for showing people how to use the new Turbo Cooker Plus. But tell me, why didn't you wear the apron I made for you?
You know, I always forget about my apron until I've already got spots on my clothes, and this is a great apron. One of the reasons I love it is because it's adjustable. All you do is pull on the straps, and you can adjust it for any size.
Let me help you try and tie that up.
And another thing I love is that there's a place for my oven mitt.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
The new Turbo Cooker Plus. But tell me,
You have a great start with your Turbo Cooker Plus.
Kathy, thank you so very much for showing people how to use the new Turbo Cooker Plus. But tell me, why didn't you wear the apron I made for you?
You know, I always forget about my apron until I've already got spots on my clothes, and this is a great apron. One of the reasons I love it is because it's adjustable. All you do is pull on the straps, and you can adjust it for any size.
Let me help you try and tie that up.
And another thing I love is that there's a place for my oven mitt without even looking. And a place for my kitchen towels, so I'm not spending all my time looking for them. You know, I think part of what makes me a great cook is that I have the right tools for the job.
Girl,
And
he's
you
checking
already
her
have a great
out,
start with
honey.
your Turbo Cooker Plus. Now we've made
Look at him
available
check
to-
her. Girl, he is checking her out. Look at him checking her out, honey.
You know, I think part of what makes
Girl, the food isn't the only thing cooking in this kitchen.
me a great cook is that I have the right tools
It
for
puts
the
the
job.
apron on the
And
skidder,
you
it gets
already
the
have
shrimp
a great
again.
start with your Turbo Cooker Plus. Now we've made available to you a lot
Girl,
of
look
the
at
tools that
him.
you've seen me
Boom,
using
ba-dum,
today.
boom.
Brandon, why don't you show them a few?
Sure. You saw Kathy using our new spices, and the whole concept behind them is that by
Brad
using
Pitt,
just
Angelina
one
Jolie,
package
and
of
HD.
spice, you can turn out a whole meal. We've created a cookbook that comes with it that tells you how to take any one of the various tastes and turn it into an entire meal. As well, you saw us using the baking flavors, and the same thing, we created a whole bunch of baking flavors that you can turn
Look at all
into
those
making ice cream,
poppers that
sherbet,
you
sundaes.
really have
You can make cakes, cookies, candies,
all the
and you've got
poppers
the
it
cookbook
gets
that
down
shows
in this
exactly how to do it. We've
kitchen.
designed for you a whole bunch of cookbook that shows exactly how to
Yeah.
make cakes, into
Let's get
making ice
into
cream,
it.
sherbet, sundae flavors
Take
that you
off
can turn
the bra.
into making ice cream,
Come on
sherbet,
and pick a
sundaes. You
popper.
can make
Stick
cakes,
it in your
cookies,
bra.
candies, and bird
Don't you
sundaes.
wanna get
You can
down?
make cakes, cookies,
Don't you
candies.
wanna get
You've got the cookbook that
dirty?
shows you
Come
can
on,
make cakes,
it's
cookies,
supper
candies. You've got the cookbook that
time.
shows you can make cake
Look
into
at all these
making ice cream,
poppers. You
sherbet,
could have a
sundaes.
really
You can
good
make cakes,
time.
cookies, candies.
It's
And you've got the cookbook that
popper
shows you exactly how to do it.
time.
We've designed for you a whole bunch of new spatulas and utensils, and the whole idea behind them is we've created
That's for the big
a whole bunch
honey,
of
and
different
that's for the
angled
little
areas
honey.
that allow you to get into every single nook and cranny of
It
your
gets
pots
in
and
every
pans.
nook and
We've got
cranny.
the chef-style mixing bowls, which are
Yeah.
perfect for baking, perfect for preparing food. Don't forget our Turbo Junior. Everybody's gonna love the new Turbo Cooker Junior.
It's
We've got our
love.
Turbo Junior.
They touch.
Everybody's gonna love the new Turbo Cooker food. Don't forget our
Look
Turbo
at that
Junior.
touch.
Everybody's gonna love the new Turbo Cooker Junior. We've got our professional baking pans, our assortment of measuring cups and measuring spoons, high quality stainless steel, you'll have them for a lifetime, and we've got our professional style whisks. Not to mention the hundreds of different items that we have in the catalog that you're going to get in your Turbo Cooker box. And you can also check out the Turbo Cooker website or chefrandall.com, where all these items, and both Kathy and I are, so that you can chat with us and take a look at some of the other
you can chat with them, honey. Okay. Girl, you can chat with them, honey. Good for her. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Kathy is pretty comforting and soothing to watch no matter how unhealthy the processed food products are. Girls, if you're just joining, hit that like button if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate it. Lets all the other girls know that I am live and we're having a wonderful good time. Yeah. All right. Now, I don't know if we watched this one. I think we already seen this one. This one, another site uploaded this one. I think we did. This is the mirrors or whatever.
The end of it. And when
Wait,
watching
what?
the video, like me, of course, I watched mine 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we already seen the mirrors. We seen that one. Let's see. This is the North Carolina barbecue. Let's see what this one is.
Get into something that involved both talking and eating.
Wait, is that Dave from Wendy's? Girl.
Eating it. I figured I could really get into something that involved both talking and eating.
I hope he doesn't touch those gloves after he stuffed them in his mouth. That's right. You did tell me that. Not beer. Girl, listen, Barkerville education, honey. Okay, they should, first and foremost, we're in America. Don't pick a name that most Americans are not going to know how to say, honey. It's kind of cute, though.
When it came to the talking
Why does he look like Dave from Wendy's, though?
part,
Girl, what? Girl, why does he got a bottle of Crown Royal? Girl, what? Someone's got a problem, okay? You kicking back some Crown while you eating your barbecue, honey?
soon became known as Bob Garner.
Girl, this is the blackest white man I've ever seen in my life. Girl,
When it came
what?
to the talking part,
Never in a million years would you have told me there'd been some man looking like the whitest Dave in the Wendy's with a bottle of Crown Henny at the diner. Girl, what? Though that apple crown, y'all, if you have not had the apple crown on ice, honey, it's something to be said. Amen.
soon became known as Bob Garner. In the control room, they started mocking me. This is delicious.
Oh my God. He really is drinking the Crown. Girl, you've got a girl. She's got a
Our aim here is not only to get you educated about North Carolina barbecue.
Wait, that's bourbon Crown syrup. That's not. That looks like a bottle of Crown Royal, honey.
In the control room.
There's no way that's syrup.
About North in the state. Now I know I probably
Is that really
missed a few here and
syrup?
there, and anyway, it's also subjective. Your opinion is certainly as good as mine. So if I skipped your favorite place, well, I guess I'll hear about it.
Girl.
Only as good as mine. So if I
What
skipped
is? It really is syrup. Oh my God.
your favorite place, well,
Why does she like she just walked off the set of Little House on the Prairie? Girl.
I guess I'll.
You know, you work at a barbecue place, but you don't have to wear the flour sack, honey. Sorry.
I'll hear about
Oh my God, it really is syrup, y'all.
it. One place, Mebane
It looks like Crown, honey.
A&M Grill didn't want to be included. We had to go in undercover with
What?
a home video camera.
Honey, you ain't gonna sneak that in anywhere, honey. He puts that in his shine, walks in undercover with that thing sticking out of his shine.
The A&M Grill is one of those out-of-the-way little finds that really is worthwhile. You should check it out.
Girl, the ADR.
But please, well, you would think so. Instead, I got addicted. Between checking out restaurants I found
Who's driving?
myself eating
Girl, you got a film camera on you. You got a light, and you're eating, and not even. Girl, what?
Instead, I got addicted. Between checking out restaurants, I found myself eating barbecue sandwiches behind the wheel.
You're checking out restaurants and eating full meals, but you need a snack in between. Girl, tell me you're American without telling me you're American.
And it wasn't just me. The crews got hooked too. Like with those...
When I eat barbecue, there's no way I could eat in between. Barbecue is so filling.
Ribs.
Girl, them ribs, though. Them are, oh my God, those are beef ribs. I love beef ribs.
Bees in Greenville.
Girl, is that you?
Bees is a little place on the outskirts of town where the cars park on the sides of the road when the parking lot gets full.
Greenville.
And where you'll probably have to stand in line whether you decide to eat inside or outside. Bees serves delicious Eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue.
Oh my God, wait a minute. It really is syrup? They put syrup on their barbecue?
But it's just as well
Why would you put syrup on barbecue?
known for its pit-cooked chicken. In fact, they cook a couple
What the hell is that?
of 100 chickens every day.
Why do those chickens look like that? Turbo Hen says no. Then what the hell is in the bottle if it's not syrup? I'm not understanding.
I think this is the best chicken I've ever eaten in a barbecue place.
I'm not a fan of barbecue chicken. It always is too dry.
In Virginia and South Carolina, but this is the best right here.
A lot of barbecue chicken that you find in Eastern North Carolina.
Have y'all been watching The Staircase on the HBO Max? The Staircase. It's not over yet. But you know the dude that's in the prison, right? And there's like a black gentleman that works at the prison, but he also has like the duties to clean up. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know his name. But he offered to protect the dude the one day he didn't have money on his books. Girl, that guy is so fine to me. I'm sorry. I just had to put that out there. I've been watching that. I'm like, girl, I hope something happens between them two because I want to see that scene. Honey, is that too far? Probably. Sorry. PG-13.
I know, is very vinegary and almost falling off the bone. This is a little firmer than that, has a very good smoky
It's vinegar, pepper, sugar, and salt. That sounds disgusting, Turbo Hand.
taste. It's delicious.
Bees is near
Yeah, I'm going to need me just some barbecue sauce, honey.
Greenville's big medical complex, so a lot of doctors and others who would warn you against eating barbecue regularly slip away to Bees on the sly.
I don't eat that much barbecue, but when I do eat it, I enjoy it.
So you wear a white dress when you eat barbecue, honey? Girl, come on, honey.
Uh-huh. Because Bees cooks whole pigs, they have ribs, but if you want some, you'll have to buy a whole pig's worth.
We decided to buy the whole set.
You have to buy an entire pig?
So in just a minute, we can share them with the...
This is making me sick. I love to eat, but anytime I see people eating like copious amounts of food like this, it literally makes me, you know what I mean? It's just too much. Yeah, I'm with you, Jazzy. Mustard base and the other kind.
Crew.
I don't want no vinegar that's in a Crown bottle.
The most tender, flavorful part of the entire pig.
The word barbecue
The Staircase plus the Golden Girls, the stair lift.
comes from a Caribbean Indian word, barbacoa, meaning a
Oh
framework
my God, really?
of sticks.
I never knew that. I really thought like barbecue was something that was just like American.
Today we'd call it a grill. There are some who think it may have derived from the French barbe à queue, meaning beard to tail, the whole pig. Scholars ridicule that notion, but some notable barbecue
Girl, why does it look like a burned corpse?
viewers think it fits.
Your words, the nose, the barb, the tail's the kid.
Oh, hell no, I ain't going in there, honey. I don't think he likes gays. I mean, Christian women. I don't think he likes Christian women. Hell to the no. You won't find me up in that place.
So it's the whole pig in order to have the genuine thing.
To have the genuine barbecue.
And you end up on the barbecue, honey, if you ain't in his little typical America. That's where Oprah was born. Seriously. She had a dirt road.
The concept of roasting meat slowly over beds of coals spread to a
Girl, that pig is spread, honey. Girl, she got them back. What's that song? Legs pop, back pop, da 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 da. What is that? It's a TikTok song.
America from the West Indies, but our native Indians
Pop
were
it.
probably already
Pop it,
teaching
pop
the
it.
practice to the
Girl, look at all that. They sell that in California. It has to have a warning label on it because it's carcinogenic, can cause cancer because it's burned.
The early settlers. It sure caught on in North Carolina. In 1728, William Byrd of Virginia traveled one state south and wrote,
"The raising of hogs affords the dollars."
Well, in 8K, but at least we still have barbecue here. Try to find some in Virginia. In Ayden, near Greenville, Pete Jones's great-great-grandfather skilled, but barbecuing was really a private. A lot of today's best-known places, it still occupies the South Artery through eastern North Carolina's tobacco country.
What?
Parker's time, the main north-south.
Wait a minute, people still pick tobacco? I thought it like came from overseas.
Artery through eastern North Carolina's tobacco country. Parker's built its reputation on pit cooking whole pigs over hardwood coals, but the restaurant switched to gas.
Oh, she looks like a Karen right here, the one to the right.
Years ago. Parker's prepares very finely chopped barbecue seasoned with a fiery vinegar.
Girl, that piece of fried chicken, though, looks off the charts. Seriously.
Sauce. It's also known for corn sticks.
Corn sticks? What the hell is that?
Fried chicken.
How the hell is this man not bigger than what his size now? If I ate all this, girl, I would be so morbidly obese they would not be able to fit me in and out of that place.
And the consistent quality of its food.
And they've helped make this restaurant famous.
This guy's got a nice job, honey. Oh my God, she's flashing us, honey.
In Albemarle, northeast of Charlotte, Whispering Pines Barbecue began in 19...
Oh, that's right. This is, so have you been here? Charbo, have you been to any of these places?
1945. Levada Doby, the widow of the founder, has...
Oh my God, this is the lady, her husband created Adobe, the software company, Flash, Photoshop. Oh my God.
Bless Her began in 1945. Levada Doby, the widow...
This is where Photoshop comes from, girls.
The founder has, bless her soul,
Hello,
continued to cook over pure hickory coals.
Yeah, now that's how you do it, because that's, oh my God, hickory wood, yes.
Most places in the Piedmont serve a sauce with tomato and sugar added to...
Hickory wood could be some of you girls' drag names.
A spicy vinegar base, but at Whispering Pines, it's pretty much pepper and vinegar only. And this place serves the most...
Now, I love you, hun, but I'm going to need you to get you a nail fungal cleanser, honey, because them nails, honey, girl, if the pork don't kill you, the nails will, honey. Clean them, honey. Soap, honey. Does a woman right.
North Carolina.
Generous serving.
Oh, how did it know what to read?
A barbecue for the money in the entire state.
Girl, she got her 2 mozzarella sticks. She is eating good, honey.
Short Sugars in Reedsville is a quintessential drive-in built in 1949.
Joke's on you, honey. My drag name is Lemon Chicken.
Now, before we tell you anything, you're probably going to want to know about the name
girls,
of this.
Don't forget to hit the like button, girls. 49 girls watching, 39 likes. I'm not good with math, but that don't sound right.
Place. So let me explain that one of the 3 original owners was short, and apparently the ladies thought he was kind of cute, hence the nickname Short Sugar.
But it's Short Sugars. Short Sugars. SHORTSUGAR apostrophe. That's in a weird, I don't know why it's got the apostrophe like that. S. Short Sugars. Short Sugars.
Apparently the ladies thought he was kind of cute, hence the nickname Short Sugar.
Short Sugars. Short Sugars. Short. Wait, what? No. Wait a minute. Shot. Sugar. Shot. Sugar. Shot. Sugar. Shot. Sugar. Shot. Sugar. I don't think anybody knows what the name of this place is, honey. At this point, honey, girl, bye.
Short Sugar, Eldridge Overby, died in a car wreck 2 days before the grand opening.
She died in a car accident. Was she trying to write this down when she was dead? I'm sorry.
But the place went on to become popular as a teenage hangout, and Short Sugars won a 1982 barbecue competition covering North and South Carolina. The meat is cooked over wood coals.
Oh, yeah.
They only slice or chop what they need.
Oh, watch your finger.
Eat at the moment so it stays fresh. Have you noticed? Every one of these places is different.
Oh, what?
And that's part
What is this?
of the magic.
One
One of the main
Girl, not him standing in front of Wendy's when he owns the place.
reasons we love talking about barbecue so much is that it represents one of the last remaining antidotes to the mind-numbing
Fast food. I totally agree with that. Why would you go to all these fast... Oh, I miss the old Taco Bell logo. Get me a Bell Burger. But girls, Pizza Inn, Wendy's, all these fast foods, why would you choose that when you could go get some real food?
sameness of chain restaurants and fast food joints. A homogeneity that can
Homo what? Is that like homosexual?
suck all the color out.
What? Excuse me?
Chain restaurants and fast food joints. A homogeneity that can suck all the
A homogeneity can suck a lot of things. I don't think it's appropriate for you to bring up on this. Homogeneities, sir, suck what they want to suck. It's none of your business.
sameness of chain restaurants and fast food joints. A homogeneity that can suck all the color out of our
Are you a homogeneity?
travel.
You can't say that in Florida.
On the other hand, no food reflects local character like barbecue. Or at least that's what we'd like to believe.
Or he's about to get abducted and, well, I'm trying to
There
keep it
is
on
this need to
PG-13.
define who we are as individuals
Girl, look at her smoking her cig.
in a mass culture.
Is that pricey, Brian?
There is this need to define who we are as individuals in a mass culture.
She threw
Seeking
that
out
eye
the
at
best
me.
barbecue could be a subconscious search for an identity rooted on the land,
Oh,
where
God.
great
Oh, don't. Let's not take this too far, Henny, now.
value is placed not only on independence and self-reliance, but also social intimacy and trust.
When people got together at the end of their crops, they cooked a hog, and they cooked.
Yeah, we're going to skip past this because I have a feeling we're not going to get an honest representation. I mean, girl, you trying to say that barbecue ended slavery? Because let's not go there. Next.
And female companionship were occasionally available.
What? What?
Cleveland Holly, a combination up here along Highway 3, notorious Flowers Tavern. There were 16 cabins lined up here along Highway 301. 4 of them are still standing back here. There was a combination roadhouse
Why do I feel like this is the opener to Roseanne?
and restaurant of 2 stories where it was rumored that bootleg whiskey and even female companionship were occasionally available.
So you're going to eat in a brothel.
Cleveland Holly bought the place in 19...
Girl, were they really trying? I don't want to go back because I don't want to go into it because it's just disgusting. But really, like, girl, the barbecue, the slavery and barbecue reference, girl, bye.
51 built the motel and the now famous White Swan barbecue restaurant.
The White Swan has a tiny dining room that only seats 30, but it's a cheerful place, serving consistent.
See, like, I would love to go to these places, but I just got to be honest, unless I got my good Judy with me, Natalie. Like, I'll go to these places with my good Judy, Natalie, but if you think I'm going to stop by myself, 68-year-old premier granny gamer woman going into these joints by herself, hell to the nah, honey. I'm not ending up in under 6 grounds, on a tree, on a fence. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm probably stereotyping a little bit, but you know what? Better safe than sorry, honey. I'm just being honest.
Consistently moist, tender barbecue that's occasionally crunchy with brown outside bits. You'll want to add a splash of the house sauce.
Why does the house sauce look like pine salt? Girl, what? Oh, I mean, I love pine salt. So I I was tempted at one time. I used to take the cap off and smell it. I probably would just stick a little tongue in there, Just a little bit ain't gonna kill you. I mean, that lady on that TLC show that was addicted to nail polish, she sucked down like 4 cups a day and that bitch was fine. I'm sure if I have a little bit of pine salt, it's fine.
Which is a typically Eastern hot salty vinegar. And you may want a drop or 2 of that sauce on the piece of crisp pork skin that comes with every barbecue plate. The White Swan
Oh.
also also serves fantastic fried chicken.
Well, can we see it?
What the White Swan has become known for
Do they all have mozzarella sticks?
more than anything, though, are its hush puppies. I can honestly say I've never tasted a better hush puppy anywhere.
Hush puppy. It looks like a mozzarella stick. Oh my God. I just thought of an idea, y'all. Somebody take this and roll with it. Law, if you're watching, do this. Do a hush puppy recipe, right? And then cut you up some pepper jack cheese and just put a little bit of, like a little string of pepper jack cheese inside the hush puppy finger and roll it and deep fry it. Girl. Pepper jack hush puppies? Girl, that would knock Grammy down the stairs, honey.
They're light, ever so faintly sweet, crunchy on the outside, just perfect.
I would like to go with this man and eat with him now.
The barbecue at the Swan is no longer cooked over hardwood coals, unfortunately, but to Linwood Parker, that isn't the real issue anyway.
What? Oh, I don't want it then.
Now, where you cook it with fire, or you cook it with electricity, or where you cook it with gas, the real thing is that you cook it slow.
No, honey. No, ma'am. See, this MFer is just trying to save money, and he don't want to spend the money for that wood. Girl, you're trying to use the money, spend the money, okay? You trying to have a beach house in every state, honey, okay? You trying to get into every college. You trying to have a wife in every city. No, ma'am. Sorry. Give up one of your homes and get the real wood, honey. I'm not having no barbecue unless it's cooked on hickory.
And tender, and then you season it right,
No.
and make sure that you...
No, you need hickory wood, honey. Hickory, dickory, dock, honey.
Feed people a good portion and provide a lively atmosphere so that they can have a good time and visit with their friends, and you'll keep a full restaurant.
She's getting
Who you talk to. But North Carolina barbecue is certainly unlike any other. The slow-roasted pork has a naturally rich, sweet taste, which is delicate.
Now, that's a very green container. I haven't seen those containers in a long time, but those are cardboard containers. They're earth-soluble. You can plant them.
Our sauces, east and west, are meant with the taste of ketchup, molasses, and liquid smoke.
If you use liquid smoke, that's disgusting. It makes me nauseous. It makes me sick. This is why you use hickory, honey. No, ma'am. Please, no liquid smoke.
All of North Carolina expatriates have tried marketing our barbecue in New York City. Both of them made arrangements to get the barbecue
So you're considered an expatriate if you move from North Carolina to New York?
from a place in Madison, north of Greensboro, named Fuzzy's.
Taco salad, $2.99, girl.
Fuzzy's serves a
Fuzzy's was beheaded.
a place in Madison, north of Greensboro.
The pig is beheaded on the sign, honey. Oh my God.
Greensboro, named Fuzzy's. Fuzzy serves a very
I don't know
moist
why,
barbecue
Betty, they don't
because of
use
the amount
those.
of sauce that's mixed
They
into
don't
it when
use
it's
those
chopped.
anymore. They were
Most
fun.
places in the Piedmont just ladle a little sauce over the meat
I'm going to start yelling at people. So you want this liquid smoke? Don't try me.
right before it's served. You'll notice that Fuzzy's
All of their hush puppies look like cat turds.
doesn't serve hush puppies. Instead, you get one long hush puppy and you can make it into as many as you like.
Damn, honey, that's what she's saying.
Pinto beans are another popular item.
Yeah, them beans didn't look right.
Now, as in so many barbecue places, banana pudding is the house specialty dessert here.
Is it?
And this is to die for. Look at the rich meringue on top of that.
I'm not a meringue girl, I'm sorry. I'm just not an egg fan. I guess that's why I had so many abortions when I was in my 20s. Sorry, too far? Oh, well.
By now, you will have deduced that there is a great schism in North Carolina between
What?
Eastern and Western styles of barbecue, involving what cuts of meat are cooked, what goes into the sauce, even what's to be eaten.
Schism? What is that? Can someone look up the term? What does that mean? Because that's a weird word. I don't want no schism up in my barbecue, okay? If you schism on my pig, I don't want it.
Barbecue. When you think about it, it's pretty tough to convince outsiders we have the world's best barbecue when we can't even agree on what good barbecue is.
Oh, it's Miss Juicy. Before she, Miss Juicy was born white, but, she's trans black, like, Dala Zalazale. And this is Miss Juicy Girls before.
But then I guess you
Look at Miss Juicy.
could say that we're just
Miss
keeping a
Juicy,
good family
baby.
argument inside the state where we
I'm just playing. Girl, I hope Miss Juicy's doing fine. I think they took her out of ICU. And honey, I love you. If you ever see this video, I'm biggest fan, honey. Literally, I'm 587 pounds.
can get the maximum enjoyment out of it. And to heck with what outsiders think.
Girl, she's hitting on him.
Whole pigs were... In colonial days, people didn't eat tomatoes or put them in barbecue sauce because they thought they were poisonous.
Wait, what?
They seasoned their roast pig with a mixture of vinegar, salt, hot peppers, and oyster juice.
What the hell is that thing in the middle of the house?
Which is pretty darn close to the Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce that's...
What we're trying to do is to accent the barbecue, the pork with the vinegar and pepper.
In the East, typically with one or more of the following side dishes.
Those are toothpicks?
Thick, sweet Brunswick stew.
Oh, no, that stuff's good. I've had that stuff before, and that stuff is hella good. That stuff is good. But I think there's hog brains or something in it. Because I remember the guy telling me, he's like, you don't want to know what's in it. I said, yeah, I do. I want to make this. And he was like, oh, there's hog head in it. And I was like, oh. People always tell me I had a good Judy that loved hog. And she said hog gave good head. And I never believed. No. Let's move it on. PG-13.
Boiled potatoes.
Ew.
Coleslaw moistened with either mayonnaise, mustard, or a little of both.
Why would you not put mayonnaise in it?
And either baked cornbread, deep-fried hush puppies, or corn sticks that have been
Girl,
baked
there's no way any of these people are still alive after eating this.
and fried.
Oh, girl. Yeah, when I think of pride, I'm not thinking of this photo, honey, okay?
Bob Melton of Rocky Mount helped make
Girl. 1 or 2 hate crimes in his day, okay? I'm just saying.
Eastern North Carolina barbecue famous.
Girl.
He began cooking pigs as a hobby in 1919.
Normal? I mean, that you're a serial killer in the family. Brandon, what are you doing in that bar pig? I'm cooking it, Mama, just as a hobby. Oh, normal.
And opened his first restaurant in 1924. A rebuilt Melton stands beside the Tar River on the site of the original restaurant, which used to get customers in boats when the river flooded. The peaceful river view hasn't changed over the years, and the old-time customers swear the barbecue hasn't either.
Okay, that river looks a little stagnant, honey.
I would think this is pretty indicative of good Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Almost like we cook on the phone.
Oh.
Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Almost like we cook on the phone.
What?
Melton's
we cook on the
barbecue.
phone?
Almost like we cook on the phone.
On the phone? Mrs. Bill K.
Carolina barbecue.
Almost like we cook on the phone.
Ready?
Melton's barbecue now comes from pork shoulders cooked by gas rather than whole hogs cooked over coals, but it's well
100% Bill Gates and drag.
seasoned and seasoned.
Let's go back to Bill Gates and drag. It has to
Indicative of
be.
good Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Almost like we cook on the phone.
Indicative of good Eastern North Carolina barbecue.
Almost like we cook on the phone.
What? Is she saying on the farm or on the foam? Girl.
Melton's barbecue now comes from pork shoulder, seemingly as popular as ever. All the other items on the menu, including chicken and a wide variety of vegetables, are consistently good.
You want to cook on that could be like a thing you say, to your girl. Are you ready to cook on the foam tonight?
No one knows in this whole pig were okay. So they started with the vinegar and pepper sauce, slightly sweeter barbecue sauce favorite in the western
Now I kind of want to try the vinegar, sugar, and pepper sauce.
half of North Carolina. And it isn't seasoned as it's chopped. A Piedmont barbecue tray will have only barbecue, hush puppies, and a reddish-colored coleslaw.
Ew.
Moistened with the same ingredients.
Oh, I don't want him moistening anything, honey, for me.
That go into the barbecue.
Oh, hell that. He's sticking his hands in it, girl. Let me tell you something. I'm a big girl. I've been a skinny girl, a big bitch. I always sweat. There is no way this bitch is throwing her full force in a big mixer, honey, and she ain't sweating at the palms, honey.
Barbecue sauce.
Hell to the no, honey.
Coleslaw. Moistened with the same ingredients that go into the barbecue sauce.
No, ma'am. You better get a paddle. If it's good enough for a boat, it's good enough for a bowl, honey.
Don't expect Brunswick stew or boiled potatoes because you'll rarely find them.
How do you salt your rice? It's with a spoon? How do you salt your rice?
Several
man, he was kind of cute. Wait a minute, looking like Tom Cruise. Hey, honey. Hey, how you doing? You all right? You having a good day tonight? First time at my barbecue, Debbie's barbecue joint? You got that's your wife right there. You need to go on a smoke break or something, honey?
Several outstanding Piedmont barbecue places.
Wait a minute. Corey was kind of fine for back in the day.
Trace their origins to one man.
I mean, he might kiss you one time and then you're dead in a ditch in the next day, so it never gets out. But girl.
And Warner Stamey, who, among other things, began Stamey's in Greensboro.
Damn, Stamey me, honey.
Stamey learned the Stamey, who, among other things, barbecue
it was kind of handsome, honey.
Places trace their origins to one man, Warner Stamey, who, among other
things. Wait, they trace their origins to one man? Isn't that insane? What? Wait a minute.
Things began Stamey's in Greensboro. Stamey learned the secret of what became known as Lexington-style barbecue in the 30s, directly from two of its originators, Jess Swicegood and Sid Weaver. Stamey eventually opened his Greensboro restaurant in 1953, and a newer...
Yes, we are watching the 1993 version of... Oh, God, I forgot, Jeff.
...building stands on the same spot.
We just still do it the way they were doing it back in the 30s.
Well, honey, there's only one way you can do it, honey, unless you go to a doctor with thousands and thousands, $100,000. They take the egg, they take the sperm, they make it in a test tube, honey. There's only one way to make it.
Still wood cooked, same recipes, and it's always fresh. We cook every day.
On Stamey's 10 pits, the pork shoulders roast over pure hickory coals under the expert hand of longtime employee Lockie Reynolds. Inside the restaurant, you can enjoy the barbecue in little pieces or in big pieces.
Chopped or sliced, this is absolutely delicious barbecue.
Yeah. Pricey called it. When he started this, he was not this big. He is getting bigger, girls. All this food. I mean, he even said he's eating between barbecue places. So, yeah, he's packing it on, honey. I hope he's okay. I mean, no shame. I mean, if this makes you happy, do it. But, girl, you know, at the end of the day, this is your job, and you don't want to get, like, hurt, honey. Because, girl, he has really packed it on here.
Perfect.
And this is what, in the 90s? Yeah, this is before statins were a thing. Like, I mean, there were, but not like, they weren't prescribed like they are today.
Now, one of the things that has been around at Stamey's for a long time is homemade cobbler.
Oh, yes, honey.
This is peach cobbler with ice cream. Thank you.
And he still didn't tip her, though. Oh, that looks good.
I can promise you that is worth the trip by itself.
So I don't know. I don't want to say. I know somebody that's kind of in this industry where they film stuff and pretty, you know what I mean? That does something similar. I'm trying to figure out how I can word it so nothing gets out. He does sort of the same thing with the, I know a person. I don't know a person that does something, maybe something similar, something like this, something, but they something, and it's very, worried about their health and something. And so obviously going to all these different places and something, and you get paid doing this kind of something because you also get the money from something, doing the reviews, something, and they also give you the food for free, something, sometimes gift cards, something. Long story short, the something, so they don't get something big. There's, yes, the something, he is still alive, but something, they spit it out. There we go. Oh. So they're actually something, don't really eat the food, something. There you go.
Warner Stamey learned his trade from Swicegood and Weaver in Lexington, and before he opened his Greensboro...
Literally all the food is thrown up. Something. There you go.
Restaurant, he went to Shelby and opened a barbecue stand.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I just told y'all a story. There you go.
It was there that he taught his barbecue secrets to two men whose restaurants are still legendary today in that region. One of them was his wife's brother, the founder of Alston Bridges Barbecue.
Yeah,
which today
spit out in a bucket. Thank you, Betty Blue.
Is one of only a handful of places in North Carolina.
It's literally like wine tasting, totally.
A third generation is carrying on the family tradition. Alston Bridges, North Carolina, where a...
Hold on. There's too many... Wait. Woman, man. Woman, woman. Woman, man. Woman, man. I mean, man. Woman and man. Hold on. Woman, man. Woman, man. We still got two women. Okay, hold on. Let's go this way. Woman, man, check. Their baby, check. Man, woman, check. Man, woman, check. Woman, man, check. Okay, so she's probably the one that is looking. Okay.
Third generation is carrying on the family tradition. Alston Bridges' son, Kent, his wife, Linda, and three of the couple's four children, Jay, Reed, and Michelle, are all actively involved in the restaurant.
See, normally when you can tell a professional photographer didn't take this photo because you would have the family, you would not stage it this way. And first of all, you would never stage it to where the tallest person's like this, but you would stage it where, it would be each. But he definitely doesn't need to be here.
Tradition. Alston, an implement used to test them for doneness, has turned into a family heirloom.
This fork had been broken, and then they re-welded it. The handle part broke, and it seems like to be the only fork that really gives us a true feel of whether the meat's done. And
okay, so we're not using thermometers at this place. All right, we'll be eating there. Won't be eating there.
Kind of getting the nickname the magic fork.
The regular barbecue plate
the magic fork ain't testing temp, Penny.
Alston Bridges comes with barbecue.
They put it in their dresser at night. That's the magic fork, Penny.
That's relatively finely chopped. They will.
Oh, what? Oh, this is that magic fork video, girls.
We'll do it more coarsely if you so desire. Sauce isn't actually added to the barbecue.
That's funny. I like pickles on my barbecue, and I'm not a big pickle fan.
Barbecue until it's put onto the plate.
I like small pickles. Bada bing.
And you'll find that this barbecue has a more tart taste than a lot of Piedmont or Western style.
Tart?
Barbecue.
Like, what do you mean tart? Like yogurt?
The wood smoke taste comes through very strongly. Seasoned very well.
Okay, this is the first time he's actually telling us how it tastes. Normally he doesn't do that.
That's delicious. Pork ribs are another item on the menu every day.
Yeah, give me the beef one.
At Alston Bridges Barbecue. These are slow cooked until the...
Girl, that one's got a polyp or something, Henny. You bite into that one, it's like a pimple.
The meat is literally falling off the bone with a much sweeter sauce than is used on the regular barbecue.
Andy's ate there. Okay, Andy, drum roll, please. How is it? Good night, Shalance. I hope you feel better. You're at a 2. That's wonderful. Love you too, honey. You have a wonderful night. Get you a lot of rest, honey. Get you a wonderful sleep, honey.
You want to be sure to try those. Alston Bridges is the only traditional North Carolina barbecue place I've run across that serves pit-cooked racks of pork ribs. These aren't what we usually refer to as barbecue, but they are done in the traditional Lexington style with no basting while they're cooking.
Barbecue Lodge.
Warner Stamey also taught Red Bridges, founder of Bridges Barbecue Lodge in Shelby. And no
So do you stay there?
relation to
Because I would like that. Because if it messed my stomach up, I could go to the bathroom.
Alston. His wife, Lytle, known as Mama B, has always run the
Okay, now she looks fun, Henny.
restaurant, which has a woman's touch all over it.
It looks just like any other restaurant, but okay.
Look at those clean floors.
Oh, okay. Clean floors is the woman's touch now? Okay.
The little green teapots brought to every table.
That's okay.
And that neatly stacked woodpile.
Okay. I'm not understanding how that's a woman's touch because I mean, even if we go stereotypes, I don't picture a woman out there loading the wood, Henny.
This, on the other hand, is a man's woodpile.
I like work.
Honey, I don't think this bitch is in the back throwing them logs, honey.
And I keep busy.
Okay, you do it or your employees, honey. Let me see you out there hawking some wood, honey.
I think that's the main thing, and that's the reason I was so prosperous.
There's one mother.
Girl, he is spread eagle, honey. You can see his Jesus, the Lord.
Daughter
next
to some that shows up Wednesday through Sunday, week after week. And the only
You know when you have one of those filters on your Snapchat and it just don't track right, and you can tell it's like when you over Photoshop your photos and there's like no 3 dimensions. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? And then you turn to the left and all of a sudden it's just never mind.
The reason you don't come on Monday and Tuesday?
They're closed. That's right. There's nobody like Bridges Barbecue.
This sauce is really tangy and is thicker than a lot that you find in the Piedmont. It's also served warm, which is fairly unusual for barbecue places.
It's too much meat for me.
The sweetness of the meat itself, plus the tangy sauce, offset by that very vinegary, very tart coleslaw, makes a Bridges barbecue sandwich an incredible experience.
I mean, I think I could do this, but he's really eating the food. I would have to fast in between. There's just no way. Because, you know, once you get too full anyways, you don't even appreciate the food anymore. It just all tastes the same. It's like when you're on a cruise and you constantly eat. By the end of the cruise, you're like, yeah, food. Huh? Who knows? You know, if he's got gout, he's got it. Girl, kidney stones, baby, popping out cinder blocks, honey, out of that chine.
Warner Stamey also taught his pit cooking skills to the man generally acknowledged as the king of the Lexington-style barbecuers, the owner of Lexington Barbecue. Wayne Monk is a man who can take a pork shoulder apart like a puzzle.
Get the excess fat out of it, pretty it up a little bit, ready to go.
Notice all these men that cut the beef, honey, are married.
Make a beautiful plate right there. That is your beautiful lean slice.
The downright beautiful pork shoulders at Lexington Barbecue roast for 10 hours over oak and hickory coals, which are scattered under the cooking meat every 30 minutes or so.
That's how you do it.
That's good, good consistency right there.
Once the meat is pulled off the bone, it's served both chopped, chunky or regular, your choice, and sliced.
And for the ultimate
I don't want chunky
in flavor, order the sliced brown. This is the crusty outside meat. The texture is
That's the best part.
chewy, and that intense smoky flavor will remind you of campfire smoke from when you were a kid.
Or your Aunt Edna. She loved to smoke, Kenny.
But if you like that only Wayne Monk knows, and in fact, this is the only place in the world where this sauce is available.
But they moved the Interstate 85 bypass away from Monk's restaurant several years ago.
Oh, that's right, Henny.
But the world still beats a path to the door of Lexington Barbecue. And if you were only going to sample one place in the Piedmont, this would be the one.
This is where all the presidential candidates go.
Around 17,000 people, and at last count, it had its second. Lexington is also home to one of the biggest barbecue festivals in the eastern United States.
Yeah. Load them buds, guys.
It's actually sort of a recreation, introduced a handful of top...
Isn't that where you walk across the hot barbecue with your feet or something and everybody eats it or something? Didn't Oprah do that?
Lexington. The custom was brought back in 1984 as a handful of top restaurant operators sought a way to minimize the competition.
Yes, let's rub the pigs before we kill them.
Between crowds exceeding...
Yeah, this is 90s. I can tell from the style. Oh, I missed that bottle of Pepsi. I remember that. Girl. Girl. Grandma, tell me about the good old days.
Smack their lips every day over so-called barbecue that's never been anywhere near a wood-burning pit. Agriculture Department rules say you can't label cooked pork packaged for sale in a store as barbecue if it's been cooked by gas or electricity.
Amen, and that's how it should be, as God intended.
But those rules don't apply to restaurants.
What? Oh, hell no, ma'am.
Restaurant owners sometimes use local health department rules as an excuse for switching to gas or
What the hell is that? What is that?
electricity. But the fact is that once a place has already been cooking with wood, it's nearly always allowed to continue. The bottom line is that restaurants usually switch so they can turn out more barbecue with less expense and make more money. A lot of customers apparently like electric or gas-cooked barbecue just as well as the pit-cooked variety.
No, ma'am, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. All right, girls, hold on. We can come back to this, but we still got 20-something minutes of this. So if you girls want to come back to this, we definitely will. But I want to get through some other things. So just let me know in the chat. We'll come back to it. This is how to spot counterfeit Beanie Babies. I don't know if we'd seen this one or not. We're going to check it out for a second just to see.
And we're the leading
experts
on Beanie Babies and counterfeits.
See, a lot of these channels are starting to upload the same videos.
World-renowned authorities on 1,000 inquiries a year. Please welcome Vicki Krupka.
Hello, Steve. Thank you.
Oh, Vicki Krupka, everybody.
Hi, I'm glad to be here today. You know, I'm a collector, and I have a lot of fun collecting. I collect with my son, and I've also sold beanies. Made
well,
a little money.
We saw a beanie one that was kind of like this, but I don't know if we saw this one.
I'm very concerned about this subject. What does the Royal Blue Peanut sell for right now?
It sells for about $5,000.
And chili?
She looks so crazy.
About counterfeit beanies.
Right. These are some of the counterfeit beanies are on the high price end, so you have to be very careful and know your beanies and educate yourself on these beanies, what is counterfeit and what is not counterfeit, because you are spending a lot of money for a collection.
Girl, imagine losing all your money. All right, this is how to have and to hold. Let's see if we've seen this one.
For things that you used to laugh about together, differences that seemed little.
Now loom larger than life. Hi, we're Paul and Nicole Johnson.
And to have and to hold deals with serious issues.
Okay.
Issues like the differences between men and women's concepts of intimacy.
The way we get stuck using scripts in our marriage.
How to overcome obstacles that keep us from really communicating with each other.
Okay.
But this video looks at these issues a little differently, in a way that will let you laugh and process them together.
For this reason, we've added discussion questions at the end of each sketch. Feel free to...
Get to it.
Why are we really going on this thing this weekend?
Oh, we've seen this one. I remember this. Yep, we've seen it. Girl, oh my God. We've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen that one. How to get kids into commercials. Let's see what this is.
Entertainment capital of the world.
Oh my God, the audio.
And together, we're going to explore getting your child into TV commercials. Our instructor is
oh my God, this audio.
Commercial producers in the country, and he has years of hands-on experience, and he's going to show us how to get photographs, how to get an agent, and all of the other necessary ingredients to get your child started in the commercial space. But look right into that camera and pay attention.
This would be a good one if the audio wasn't so bad.
Kids age on us by the moment. A cute 6-year-old today is suddenly...
What the hell?
And they have to know how to memorize lines, and they have to work in an adult situation.
These people are creepy looking.
Whenever I could. Some people would write me a letter. How do I get into the business?
Okay, enough of her. Enough of her. I still can't get over her right here. All right, let's see. Pepsi card, gotta have it, Cindy Crawford.
As if drinking Pepsi wasn't rewarding enough, now they have a Gotta Have It card. It gets you great deals on everything from Reebok shoes to Norwegian cruise lines.
Now, I don't remember this.
But what really impressed me about this card was the incredible attention and courtesy people show you.
God, she is so pretty.
Would you like to stir the ship again?
We got to get one of those cards.
The Pepsi Gotta Have It card. Look for it wherever you buy Pepsi.
I don't remember. So was it like a Pepsi credit card? See what this is. Walmart Rollback America commercial.
Where is it written that prices have to go up? Not at Walmart. We're rolling up our sleeves and rolling back prices on hundreds of items.
So American, honey. America.
It's not a sale. It's a commitment to save you money wherever we can.
Rolling up our sleeves, rolling back the price together.
Roll back America.
Roll back America.
They're rolling back our rights in America now, honey.
New lower prices at Walmart.
Roll back America. Yeah. Did we ever watch this one? I can't remember. I think we did.
Card sales for years. So I've put together some of my secrets along with tips from people around the country who clean up at garage sales. And I'll show you how to do it right. Now that means having fun while you make the money. And who knows more about turning trash into cash than me? I've been doing
Yeah,
it
I remember watching some of it. I don't know if we watched all of it.
For the front yard, big, bold, and just begging for you to stop. And that goes for the sign, too. I got these hot colors.
Girl, she literally just used her name to make some money.
Place these at key locations on main thoroughfares.
Key locations.
Turns at intersections.
Gotta get the
streets
wrong
close
crowd.
by, and in your neighborhood.
Isn't this just kind of, like, I feel like everybody knows how to do a yard sale, garage sale. Put up a sign. Duh.
And this one I put by my doorbell. Okay, almost ready for the sale. I filled my coffee pot with unleaded, picked up lots of change and small bills from the bank, but more important, I'm wearing my most sensible shoes. I got them at Mr. Rogers' garage sale.
Okay.
Check newspaper for conflicts, insurance and laws.
Insurance? Who the hell's getting insurance for the yard sale?
Neighbors, start diet, no. Bags and boxes, clean closets, nooks and crannies. Phone number, yeah. 4. White butcher paper, extra card table, coffee pot and styrofoam cups. Write ad, make up signs, bank, let's go to the bank for change and bills. Call charity for Monday a.m. pickup. Place the signs. I'm in business. Yes, a cup of coffee and a smile go a long way. And a little patience helps too. I'll show you what I mean.
The dollar guy.
First lady? How about
Dollar puss? Excuse me? 20 bills, honey.
$1 for this lady?
Oh, dollar for this. The dollar puss. Where'd you cut them eyes?
How about $1 for this? Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $1 for this. How about it? Will you take $1?
Chances are the dollar guy may show up at your sale too. And you know what? He's really your friend. I've still got the big stuff, and he's parted with a lot of dollars. And you know they do add up.
Have no fear, neighbor Marge is here.
Oh, lucky me!
Oh, sorry, Phyllis. Little Tommy was on the potty, and the sitter was late. And when I tried to leave, there was such a horrible tantrum.
She's got to find a sitter who doesn't throw tantrums. You know, if kids are old enough to be of real help, fine. Otherwise, they should be at the sitter's or at grandma's. Or in the case of Marge's kids, The French.
She looks good here, though. She looks so beautiful.
Oh, $5? Great. Thank you.
Wonderful, Phyllis.
Oh, she's seasoned, Henny.
Time out. Blankets back to the rack. $5 back to the customer. You've got to be firm but fair.
Excuse me, could I go inside and use your telephone?
Hell no.
Hey, lady, can I use your bathroom, please?
No, ma'am.
Could we have a drink of water, please?
No, ma'am.
Tough calls, but for safety and security, you have got to tell people that the sales area is limited to the garage and yard only. As for the water, that we can do.
This toast?
Yes, yes, this toast toasts.
But how can I tell it's not plugged in?
Ha! But wait. Plug it in and find out for yourself. You see, it's always a good idea to have a heavy-duty extension cord handy.
Now, that's
and it
a good
saves all that
idea.
crawling around on the table.
That's a good
looking
idea.
for an outlet.
Mind if I set these here? I've spotted a few more things, and I'll need a receipt too, please.
Oh, receipt. Oh, he's a little weird.
My checkout table is a great place for customers to unload an armful. And my handy calculator for quick, accurate totals. A receipt book, and be sure to find out if you're required to collect sales tax.
Let me tell you something, honey. If the government thinks they're getting sales tax from my garage sale, they can go F themselves, honey. They want to take away my right.
Oh, this guy must be a plastic surgeon. One of these books is on body and fender repair. All sales are cash only, so I keep it on me at all times.
Did she just give him a blind? What?
All sales are cash only, so I keep it on me at all times.
What? She just gave him a black and mild blind?
A cigar box is too easy to walk away with. Of course, that means you'll have to keep your cigars on you at all times, too.
What? She really did. Girl, Phyllis Diller is lighting up, honey.
Haggling, bargaining, negotiating, wheeling and dealing, no matter what you call it, it's all part of the fun of the garage sale.
How much for this?
$20, it's March.
Yeah, I know, but what do you take for it?
In round numbers, $20.
I'll give you 5.
5? Look, I'll go as low as 15 and I'll throw in this beautiful picture frame.
Does the picture go with
Girl, you can make some money.
Absolutely.
In that case, make it $4.
Sometimes you do have to reduce your price. But the hardliner does stick to what he wants to pay. Maybe he'll change his mind, maybe not. Or maybe you'll decide to sell at his price. That's up to you.
That's
But
fine.
once you've made your decision, don't look back. Hi, can I help you?
Doesn't work, does it?
Kind of cute.
Well, the last time I checked, it did.
You're never gonna get $100 for this. The case is all scratched. Look at the color. She's got pink hair.
It's supposed to be pink. She's a rock singer.
I don't know. I was really looking for something bigger. And the finish doesn't really go with my furniture. What if I get home and this doesn't work?
It works now. That's the
Honey, you're buying a 6-inch TV. The only thing it's going to go with is your... Excuse me.
best I can do.
Yeah, I know. Just like all the other garage sales. Once it leaves here, you don't care, huh?
Some people just need a little patience. But don't be upset by rock-bottom offers. You see, by putting an item out for sale, you've made it very clear that you don't want it anymore. So bargain. But always let the buyer name a lower figure first. Then you counter. The buyer just might increase his first offer.
100, huh? Okay, I'll take it.
You're a good boy. Oh, boy, is this day going fast. Only 30 minutes left to go and only a few
No, I think she died. Oh, God. When did she die, girls? 2007?
items left to sale.
Didn't Obama? No, she died in 2008 because Obama did something. So maybe 2009.
Guess you know what that means. Attention, K-Diller shoppers. Attention! The sale will be closing.
Yeah, because I remember Obama did something for her. I think Obama...
The marked price.
Didn't Obama
Wow,
talk or
folks.
something? Went live. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, 2012.
Terrific. And thank you very much. And don't miss my next garage
Thank
sale.
you.
Thank yous me a lot. Don't ever forget that.
Uh-oh, her train's here. She's going to Hogwarts, honey.
I know your garage sale will be as successful as mine. With the right preparation, organization, and presentation, and of course your gorgeous good looks, you too can have a money-making garage sale. Goodbye and happy sales. Where's Fanny? You suppose I told him? Hey, Fanny, where are you? Are you here? Is that you?
I love Phyllis Diller. That was pretty good. I'm glad we got to see some of it. When it got good, when it wasn't boring. She was a little bit much in the beginning. Not her fault. I mean, my God, it's a script. It's a script. It was for Netflix, I think. It was just something different.
Variety as long as it's seasoned well. That seems to be especially true in eastern North Carolina, since most barbecue places in the coastal plain have abandoned hardwood coals without complaint from their patrons. 6-year-old Ike Green has been cooking pigs for Wilbur Shirley for 28
what in the Minecraft
years now. Every night he builds a fire in the large outdoor fireplace and patiently fires the pits, one shovelful at a time, all night long.
Oh, you know that hurts your back.
He says he got started as a teenager when he went to an older man's house to help him cook a pig.
We started cooking the pig and he got drunk. He went to sleep and I finished cooking him. And that morning, when I got him done, his wife and her sister came out and looked at the pig.
You know more, girl, something else got cooked that night too, honey. Let's just be honest.
And said it was pretty, you know.
Wilbur's gets a lot of beach traffic in the summertime, and on Labor Day weekend, he'll
nice
usually
inside.
cook 150 pigs.
What? The United States Army. Now that's how you make the money. You get that Army money? Girl, you're saying.
Down the road from Wilbur's and under the flight pattern for jets from Seymour.
Because everybody else in the community might get broke, recession this, recession that. Girl, the Army is always going to get paid. Always going to get paid.
Johnson Air Force Base, McCall's Barbecue and Seafood is a
Yeah, they making some money. Look how nice that building is. They making some money. The money will always be there, honey, because men love to eat.
Relatively new restaurant with an innovative approach.
Be next to the Air Force Base.
They finish off their whole pigs on an open wood-fired pit. But first, the meat cooks on a revolving set of racks, sort
What the hell?
of like a Ferris wheel.
What, in the Apple?
Inside
Looks like an Apple store.
this stainless steel chamber. Smoke and heat come from a firebox where charcoal or wood is ignited by gas flames. In Aden, national capital of barbecue place back in.
The only secret I can say is it's the wood. The wood is what makes it true barbecue.
That's true.
That's your natural flavor.
The barbecue extract particle of this meat is absolutely saturated with the very
Look at that Pepsi, girl.
essence of wood smoke.
Girl, I need that Pepsi, y'all. Y'all, I need that Pepsi.
Absolutely
Did I mention I need that Pepsi?
saturated with the very essence of wood smoke.
Saturate me, baby. Saturate me.
Pete Jones has appeared
Girl, look at Ronnie Reagan.
on national programs, been in magazines, served a bunch of presidents.
But only the good ones. Bada bang.
But there are no fancy airs put on at his place. You get barbecue, slaw, and a square of baked cornbread. Period.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds about right.
Everything there is to drink is served in bottles.
Oh, God, yes, and a Pepsi. Oh, my God, this is where I want to go.
And if you want dessert,
Somebody super chat me $4,000. Can I take a small little trip, please?
well, you amble over to the rack in the corner and make a choice. We suggest an oatmeal cookie or maybe
What? I don't want no bagged processed crap after that good home cooking.
a fig cake. In LaGrange, near Kinston, Ken's Grill is one of those little places you could easily blow past on US 70 without noticing. Ken's barbecue is cooked on
Believe me, nothing blows past Ken.
an electric grill, but it's perfectly
Thank you
seasoned
so
and his
much, Betsy, for the super chat of $4,000. I will have fun.
customers rave about it. Ken's only cooks barbecue on Wednesday and Saturday,
Oh, Ken needs to get that mold checked out, honey. That could be dangerous.
but he'll usually have some crisp pork skins for you to enjoy along with the
Exactly, Arlene. It was getting good than a packaged damn
barbecue.
cookie.
That is very good. Buffalo Springs finish cooking to absorb more of the wood flavor, including chicken and pastry.
What? Oh, chicken and dumplings.
The right way on their old-fashioned pits.
God, this man got to eat all this for free, girl.
As in all the Lexington places, you'll get your order with hush puppies and red slaw. Carol pork shoulders are cooked in this place. Chopped pork shoulders, slow cooked over real hardwood coals.
You know, I bet you a lot of the people that work that, you know, the pit probably get lung cancer. Because, girl, can you imagine breathing all that in constantly? That's got to be dangerous.
Sandwiches are topped with a very tart, vinegary slaw. Just up Highway 52 in Granite Quarry, Moran and Kathy Thomas also do things the old-fashioned way at M&K Barbecue and Country Cookin'. Moran's father cooked barbecue for a living, and the son came back to it after years of truck driving. The wood barbecue's the real thing here, and so are all the other dishes. Bill Gold, who owns Hickory Log Barbecue in Forest City, says he has one of the largest barbecue catering businesses west of Charlotte.
He's not one to argue barbecue, but he's...
They all have them same damn hush puppy straws.
Says he'll put his hush puppies up against anyone's.
What? Excuse me? He'll what? This is a Christian man?
Not one to argue barbecue, but he says he'll put his hush puppies up against anyone's.
That's sick.
But he says he'll put his hush puppies up against anyone's.
I bet he will.
Man, that's great. That is one of the best hush puppies I've ever had.
If you give me $5, I'll put his hush puppy up you. She's just looking. I'm looking for a quick hush puppy, please. I need it. I need it now.
Barbecue has often provided opportunities for interracial respect in North Carolina.
Wait, I was not thinking it was going this way. What? Interracial respect? Is that what we're calling it now? Just treating people equal? Just treating people equal? We call it interracial respect? Excuse what?
Barbecue has often provided opportunities for interracial respect in North Carolina.
What? Probably get one black person on this video and they got to bring up interracial respect. Girl, stop.
In fact, the state's first sit-down barbecue restaurant was opened in 1917 by a black man, Adam Scott of Goldsboro. He turned the back porch of his home into a dining room.
Yeah, he had to turn the back porch of his dining home into that because it's the only place he could enter because of racist people. Henny.
And black and white citizens stood together in line across his backyard waiting to get in.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those white people jumped the line.
Today, Scott's is still the...
But that is a wonderful, you know, actually, that is kind of a black history thing, though. It's a good thing they added it in. Little choice words, though, Henny.
Successful minority-owned restaurant where the races cheerfully mingled.
Where the races... Oh, the races. Where the races cheerfully mingled. I mean, I might not like you, but I like your barbecue.
Scott's is probably still a successful minority-owned restaurant where the races cheerfully mingled. Scott's is probably best known around the state for its commercially distributed sauce. Adam Scott claimed the recipe came...
I mean, you know, this is like, if there's not one thing that truly shows us how being prejudiced just is so absurd, right? Because of someone's skin color. You don't want to share a water fountain or a bathroom with a person with a different race, but you'll risk eating food, which is one of the most involved forms of a relationship. The people that make your food, you know what I mean? Like you're very, like, that's as involved as you can be with somebody else, is cooking with another person or eating their food. It's a very emotional thing. And girl, I can't.
To him in a dream.
A man who had broken into the restaurant once jumped into a barrel of this sauce to hide from police who were
Okay, that was made up. This is made up.
Searching for it. Now this is hot. Once jumped into a barrel of this sauce to hide from police who were searching for it. Now this is hot. It will burn your skin as well as your tongue. And by the time they got him
They didn't have meth back in the 17s, honey. There's no way.
out of that barrel, he was on fire. The police wouldn't let the
Maybe 18.
man shower. The next morning, Mr. Scott refused to press charges, saying the man had suffered enough. Scott's cooks whole pigs on a gas cooker and serves up a moist, tender barbecue that's
Okay, that don't look good.
very lightly seasoned.
People tend to have different tastes about what they like. Some of them like it mild, some of them don't like much salt or pepper in it and this type thing, and we keep it pretty light.
Yeah, that barbecue didn't look good.
It's not heavily seasoned.
Girl, no, that's Scott. Scott's dead, honey.
And basically on
It's like 1800s, honey.
the sauce to let people get the barbecue seasoned just the way they like it.
Right, that's for sure. Sure do.
You'll want to make sure you shake Scott sauce thoroughly to blend all those peppers and spices that tend to settle to the bottom like fine sediment. Respect between the races also came into
Can't. Oh my God, I can't.
play at Hersey's Barbecue in Burlington.
Respect among the races. Like it was just two people battling out, just like how Trump likes to say it's equal sides, good people on both sides. Girl, stop. One was horribly wrong and one was right. Okay, girl, like there was no yin and yang when it comes to all that, honey.
When Charles Hersey was just out of high school and going into his family's business
See, that's the thing I think that really pisses people off. Like, just be honest about it. Don't be like, oh, well, back in the day. No, honey. Obviously, these people were horrible and wrong, honey. And we have moved on from it, yes. But they were horrible and wrong. Horrible and just say it for how it is, honey. It wasn't like, just two people fight, like two groups of people fighting, honey. Like in some movie, honey. No Avengers, Civil War, honey.
full time, he had to confront some of the Jim Crow customs still being practiced.
In 1960, I had some black folks coming into the back door, and they made an order. And I told them, I said, well, if you don't mind, how about just come on in the front and place your order there?
Now, this actually shows how, like, some people back in the day truly just didn't understand the bullshit. Because he's like, just come through the front door. This makes no sense.
And they said, you got to be kidding. I said, no. I said, that's why my customers comes in the front door.
From then on,
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You would have some people that truly seen the light, and there were people out there that were not horrible people. Not everybody was horrible back then, but a lot of people were, majority. But again, it just shows you how the absurdity, honey. The absurdity. Like, it just don't make sense. If it just don't make sense, it just don't make sense.
Rubbed elbows comfortably at Hersey's, and his fair treatment of his customers was remembered a few years later when a virtual race riot broke out all around his business.
And the next day, we came back to work, and every store down there was the one.
They burned every store but yours. Then you done something right, honey. Amen for this man. We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him.
Was broken out or some kind of problem, we wouldn't even touch.
He was actually the only nice white person in the town, probably.
You know, we treated everybody fair and right, like it's supposed to be.
Now, this kind of makes me sad. Out of all this, who would have known we would have found a nice ally up in the barbecue place in the 1990s?
Charles Hersey's children are the fourth generation of Hersey's to cook barbecue. His parents started out in the little metal shed, and his mother used to make wholesale deliveries in the station wagon there. Charles switched to electric.
Girl, could you imagine, though? I mean, seriously, though, girl, he was probably attacked back in the day. If he did that in the 60s, girl, he was probably attacked.
Cookers at one point, but came back to wood.
Well, this is North Carolina, honey. Race riots still happen, Lou. Not like race riots from black side, but from the white side. You remember that, like the Klan people, with their little chant not too long ago. Wasn't that North Carolina, honey? So it still kind of goes on, honey, with their little tiki torches.
Our customers want. They like to smell the smoke. They like to see the smoke, and it would be easier to put on electric.
Love to smell the smoke. I just love to go to Hersey's and smell the smoke.
It's in, but it's just what our customer wants.
Now, I want to support this business. So let me take a screenshot. Hold on, just in case I ever take a flight out there. Because I think it's, I mean, now he could be lying to us. I don't think he would. Because back in the 95s, him saying what he said, there was no clout. Nowadays, you'll have people like, people love to clout chase now. But back in 95, oh, hell no, honey. If anything, in 95, him being in North Carolina or wherever, and he's saying this, probably gets him a lot of hate. There's probably white people that watch this and are like, hell, we know not to stop there, honey. We ain't stopping there.
We want to give them.
Hershey's has fed Presidents Reagan, Bush, and Clinton, and won the 1984 Barbecue Bowl competition covering North and South Carolina.
It's been funny when he said President Bush and Reagan, but not by choice.
Charles Hershey says his sauce is a blend of Eastern and Piedmont influences. His father won the recipe to a competitor's sauce in a poker game, combining it with his own to create what is still served today.
A fella from Burlington went to Japan and took a job and was invited to a dinner party by his boss, a Japanese businessman. Later in the evening, the man brought out something he said was only unveiled on very special occasions.
He unzipped his pants and proceeded to... I couldn't hit my button.
It turned out to be a jar of Hershey's barbecue sauce.
Protestant Christianity and barbecue are two strong cultural influences in North Carolina, which
Turbo Hand, are you Protestant, honey?
Have become intertwined from time to time in both the African American and white communities.
Girl, why did he say white? White? He pulled out his hush puppy. Totally Bianca, honey.
Become intertwined from time to time in both the African American and white.
See, this is so strange because now when I hear African American, it does go back and forth and you kind of get not queasy, but you know what I mean? I don't know. There's something weird about the way he's saying it. The way he said African American and white.
Communities. Adam Scott, whom we've already met, was not only a barbecuer, but a holiness preacher as well. Henry Evans was a black Methodist preacher who came to faith.
Okay, this is kind of getting freaky. Can we stop this? I feel like we're about to res them, honey.
Fayetteville in 1775.
This music is scaring me.
He used to hold large outdoor meetings where pigs were barbecued to feed the...
Okay, can you please stop? This is taking a turn, honey. Could they not get a better picture of the man?
Henry Evans was a black Methodist preacher who came to Fayetteville in 1775. He used to hold large outdoor meetings where pigs were barbecued to feed the congregation. And both the barbecue and the preaching were so popular that he became a beloved pastor to both black and white parishioners.
Girl, this this is like the creepiest, not creepy, but girl, this had to be, girl, if the barbecue was this good that you're telling me in the Deep South, it ended literally racism, girl, Abraham Lincoln should have freed the slaves and then got this man to give barbecue to the entire country, honey. What the hell? Who would have guessed? All this money spent on trying to stop people from being racist when at the end of the day it just takes barbecue? Girl, maybe that Coke commercial was right. All it takes is Coke. Coke and barbecue, honey.
Brought Methodism to Cumberland County, and one of the largest Fayetteville churches is named for him. Since folks have such dogmatic opinions about both religion and barbecue,
or this black man had some major blackmail on somebody in that town, girl. Had some major, I'm talking about girl. Somebody was in love with somebody.
Barbecue, it certainly seems appropriate that there is a Barbecue Presbyterian Church, founded in Harnett County in 1757. A Scottish explorer said mist rising from a nearby
girl, they barbecue the meat with Bibles. Only the best Bibles.
Stream reminded him of smoke from barbecue pits he had seen in the West Indies. Much of the Lord's work over the years has unquestionably been performed with funds raised from barbecue. Mallard Creek Presbyterian Church near Charlotte has a huge barbecue each fall that raises over $500,000. Since it occurs just before election time, it also brings out a swarm of political candidates armed with campaign literature. They're like a gauntlet you have to run through to reach the barbecue. In fact, politics and barbecue have been inescapably linked for a long time in North Carolina, and probably no more so than in the late 30s and early 40s, the heyday of the political caravan, a whole group of campaigning politicians traveling in cars and buses. The caravans would pull into town for a series of speeches, followed by a barbecue feed and handshaking. Longtime Secretary of State Thad Ure said they'd advertise barbecue so much that whenever the caravans came along, all the pigs and hogs would see them coming and run away to hide.
Oh my God. That's kind of sad. Oh, girl. Why'd they have to ruin the moment? That's kind of sad. I'll be glad when we have test tube meat. Seriously.
And another Secretary of State, Rufus Edmiston, says he
roofie me, Mr. Edmiston.
Still thinks he lost the 1984 governor's race as a result of being overheard saying he was sick of barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah. There was a lot of ones that were like this back in the day.
At old-time barbecues, held as political gatherings or maybe to celebrate putting in a tobacco crop, the meat was always chopped and served to the guests. No self-respecting host would have expected the guests to pull the meat from the bone with their fingers. Where guests browse, but don't you believe it? Pig pickings are equally
Oh my God, this is what Turpahan was talking about.
Popular among the hoi polloi and the good old boys. Occasionally, still steaming right off the bone. Also, the all-day process of preparing barbecue is one of the most perfect focal points for spending a leisurely day in the company of friends. While the meat is slowly roasting, there's plenty of time for joke-telling and serious conversation, and a handful of people can easily prepare a feast for 50 or more.
There, but really, this is all you need. This is made from a converted 250-gallon oil drum.
Oh, is that safe?
Now, you may have a friend.
Is that safe? Wouldn't there be residue?
Friend who will let you borrow his, or there are several places where you can rent one.
Isn't that dangerous, though? Girl, imagine having a Tesla and pulling one of these. Pulling one like an electric smart car.
You'll need about 60 pounds of high-quality charcoal. Start off by lighting an entire 20-pound bag.
But that's made from dinosaurs, right? Isn't charcoal like an oil thing, too?
Bag of briquettes in the cooker.
Oh.
You can get a pig suitable for barbecuing from a meatpacking house, a barbecue wholesaler, or a supermarket. Ask for one weighing
girl down the giant.
About 80 pounds. When the coals are covered with gray ash, spread them with a garden hoe in an even layer across the floor of the cooker. The coals shouldn't touch or be piled on one another. Then carry the pig over and place it skin side up in the center of the grill, making sure it's spread out flat. Use a second grill to light additional coals.
Burnwood equals
You'll need to add 5 pounds of fully lit coals to the cooker every 45 minutes or so. Divide these evenly beneath the hams and shoulders of the pig, but don't add any more.
Charcoal is from, like, not literally dinosaurs, but it's like thousands of years old, right? It's like layers in the ground of like old wood and plants, right? Is that true, girls?
Coals under the center of the meat for now. Except for the minutes.
This reminds me of Toy Story music.
Right after you've added coals, you should see only heat waves and maybe just a wisp.
You heat wood with no oxygen.
Of smoke from.
That's how you get charcoal. Okay.
The smoke.
But yeah, the compression, yeah.
Stacked. Heavy smoke in between the addition of coals means.
Because that's why they believe like oil is from dinosaurs, but it's any type of older matter, right? Yeah.
The temperature is too high. You should also be able to place your palm on the lid for 1 or 2 seconds.
Hell no.
If the fire's too hot, close the ventilation doors tight for a few minutes. Side up isn't any too easy. If you won't have a double grill, I'd suggest you order your pig cut in half lengthwise so it will be easier to turn without having it fall apart. This is the way you want the meat to appear, golden brown with no burn spots. Once the pig is turned, spread a final 10 pounds of lighted coals evenly under the pig, including the center, so the skin will brown and the meat will finish cooking.
Ew, mustard?
Squirt margarine from a squeeze bottle over the
Don't put no margarine on it.
entire surface of the
Girl, get you some olive oil spray or something, or peanut oil spray. Don't do margarine, do butter.
pig to help glaze and soften the meat. Finally, baste the pig thoroughly with sauce and let it cook for a final hour.
Girl, she is getting to it, honey. SPF 50, Andy said.
Here's an easy basting sauce recipe. To 1 gallon of apple cider vinegar, add a bottle of Kraft regular barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Add half of a 3-ounce bottle of crushed red pepper.
Okay.
Next, salt, about a tablespoon or to your taste.
That's it.
And a 3-ounce bottle of Texas Pete.
Oh, I like that one.
Finally, a couple of sticks of butter. Let all that heat up thoroughly and you'll be ready to baste the pig.
Okay. Be ready to do more than baste it, Andy.
Now, if cooking a whole pig is a little more than you feel like you'd like to tackle, you can make great barbecue at home using an ordinary pork picnic cut from the shoulder and a covered kettle grill.
To start, you'll
Yeah, this one is a lot sadder. Like, tell me your poverty without telling me your poverty.
need about 5 pounds of briquettes. Put a few in the center and push the rest to either side of the grill.
And wait till they're white.
Add a couple of dry hickory chunks, not chips, on top of each pile of briquettes. Salt the meat side of a 6 to 7 pound picnic generously and place it on the grill meat side down.
Okay.
This is so the fat will drip all the way through the meat.
Okay.
Put the cover on,
Good
leaving the
idea.
ventilation
Smart
holes
idea.
completely open. Every half hour, add around 6 coals to each side and add a couple more hickory chunks to each pile. After 5.5 or 6 hours, turn the shoulder so that the meat side's facing up and continue adding
that
coals
looks
and wood as
good.
before.
That looks good.
After 8 hours of slow cooking on the grill, the
8 hours? Who's got this time?
shoulder will be ready. The skin should lift.
Oh, please tell me he's not chopping this on top of wood-treated, termite-treated wood that has chemicals in it. That's not a good idea.
Off in one piece. After trimming off any remaining fat, use
Oh, it looks a little tough, honey.
your hands to tear the meat in chunks off the bone. Then chop it to the consistency you like with a heavy cleaver. Ladle on your favorite sauce, and you're all set. Barbecue cooks with big cooking the whole. Contestants are often equipped with shiny, custom-built cookers,
Oh,
and
that's
some even
nice.
dress in costumes or put up elaborate
Honey, that's her everyday wear. Don't let that bitch fool you.
sets. There's even a day-long school to certify contest judges, of which I'm a graduate. There are elaborate score sheets, and judges are taught how to literally tear into a roasted pig, checking for the doneness of the meat and the crispness of the
Oh,
skin.
girl, that skin does look good, though.
When it comes to tasting,
Give me a turkey,
experienced
though.
judges take small bites, so it's easy to spot the novices. Cooking great barbecue family are often required. Lexington is Harvey has a wife, 2 daughters, 2 sons, and bakery known for his barbecue sauces. His trademark grilled chicken, you can hardly get into the place. Near
fries
Chapel
look
Hill
good.
is a place where the barbecue is cooked uncompromisingly in the old way.
If you're going to do this barbecue this way, you're going to have to work at it. This is not a game, and it's not something you're going to do.
Damn, honey. What the hell you about to do to that pig, honey? He ain't playing around.
In an easy manner if you're going to do it right. So we started out this way, and we
He lubes with KY. I'm done.
going to continue this way along we cook barbecue, and we quit doing it this way, and then
Girl, he's bossy, honey.
we're just going to quit.
Girl, he's just gonna quit. Honey, if you don't let him do it his way, he's just gonna quit, honey.
Pull the name off the sign and go home.
Pull it off, honey.
The thing I like about the barbecue here is that it's not too finely chopped, kind of
Well, he didn't tell us how he done it, honey. How do you make it the old way?
coarse and chunky. But the thing I really like is that that is the genuine hickory cooked article.
Keith Allen often locates and hauls his own hickory wood, and it gets cut up and split by hand. But all the extra work turns out pork shoulders with a dark, robust hickory flavor that's
Girl, she got a booty on her, honey.
unmatched anywhere else.
Of all the barbecue places I visited in North Carolina, this is the first one I've seen that goes to the trouble to make real homemade French fries. That's worth the trip in right there.
Honey, they look homemade. Okay, girl, give me the white and fried, honey. Them look homemade, soaked in oil.
Allen & Son also has wonderful homemade dessert.
That ice cream looks a little too icy.
I sampled pecan pie and vanilla ice cream.
The ice cream has that icy, slightly grainy consistency.
Yeah, that means it's a shit ice. Oh, sorry. It's a crap ice cream, honey.
Of all good homemade ice cream.
No, honey. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And the pecan pie, what can I say, out of this world.
I do like pecan pie, but I don't like the crust of pecan pie. It's too sweet. Thank you for being a friend.
It takes a lot of commitment to run a place like this. And a lot of our younger generations are looking for an easier way to do it, an easier way to make a living, I guess you'd say.
Heritage that can't be preserved in a museum.
Girl, one day she's going to go to stuff her little hole, honey, with the flames. She's just going to fall right in there, honey, and she's going to get cremated with her own barbecue, honey.
It has to be experienced firsthand. I hope you'll find time to enjoy it while there are folks keeping the fires alive.
Totally. That dessert bullet that we watched would totally do it. We didn't even get to look at the Chef-matic
Come on and see what I make. Okay. You know, meals that used to take me hours in the kitchen, I can make in minutes in the Chef-matic.
We'll have to check this one out next week. We'll check it out Tuesday, girls. We definitely will. Well, girls, it's time. I'm about to go live on Twitch. We're going to play some Evil Dead. I'm so excited. That game is really fun. So we're going to be playing some Evil Dead. So if you girls would like to join the Evil Dead crew, you're more than welcome. Girls, 2 hours and 36 minutes. It was fun. Joe, thank you so much for the super chat, honey. That was very, very kind. I really appreciate that. And thank you, girls, for coming tonight, liking the video. It's been very fun. We're having a wonderful memory lane. Girls, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tomorrow night, we will be watching Body Snatchers, the 1993 film. It's on Amazon Prime, so that'll be our watch with Movies with the Girls tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there, honey. Girls, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go blow dry my hair and get ready for Twitch. But thank you, girls, so much. It was really fun hanging out. I hope you girls have a wonderful night. And I'll see you next time, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Come on, girls. If you got Amazon Prime, load it up tomorrow and watch the movie with us. We'll have us a good old laugh, good old fun. Thank you, girls, again for being Deb members, honey. I really appreciate that. It's going to be like Netflix. I think it was, $2.99 to sign up to be a YouTube member. And next month it is going up to $42.78, I think. I might do $41.73 just to give you girls a little bit of a discount. Thank you, girls, again. It's been really fun. I'll see you girls next time. Goodbye.